does. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. Search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
Hey, girls.
Oh man.
Can y'all hear me okay? Or is it
I
messed
hear you. I
up?
hear you
Okay.
good.
I hear you, baby.
Yeah, this is so sad. My heart was so broken when you called. I was like, oh, no, no. I'm like, no, 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 no. Somebody started that. That's a rumor. And you're like, no, no. I'm like, no, 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 for real. And you're like, no. I'm like, wait.
I know.
I
I
had to
know.
investigate, and that shit broke my fucking heart, man.
Yeah,
So we
but I
gotta go with the job.
respect that. I really respect you for waiting till we knew though, because we don't want to add to chaos or misinformation or have
No,
clickbait
this family's
titles.
really going through it, you know?
Yeah, no, I respect that you wanted to wait. I think that's the best way to do it. And I get people want to be here together, but it's best that we don't add to misinformation or chaos off the back of a child. So,
Well, I
I,
knew once Queen went live, I knew that it was
yeah,
factual, because we're not gonna spread
yeah,
rumors.
it's super unfortunate. I've
Oh, it's
got
ugly.
the press conference backstage already. If you want to start with it for people
You
who
want to open
haven't
it
seen
up
it.
bigger, and I will drop the screen thing right now. We can do this, play this press.
Yes, and I've got it queued up to right where it starts, I think. Hold on.
All
Yes,
right,
I sure do.
I'll mute.
Oh, all right, I'm going to mute to you guys.
Good evening. We are, yes, I'm Lane Aiken, Sheriff Wise County. I'm sorry.
I just want to let everybody know if you're wearing earbuds, you'll need to have the left and right one in, or you won't be able to hear it. It's not surround sound.
Good evening. We're glad to see y'all here tonight. It's been a really, really tough few days, and I'm very proud of the people who are here who helped us so much to get some resolution, to get some understanding, to provide answers for the families. And these people, we couldn't have done it without that. Could not have done it without them. The Texas Rangers. This is the acting SAC, Jim Dwyer with FBI. And then I've got my chief deputy and captain, enforcement captain here. It was a monumental task. And because of the cooperation, because of us working together, we were able to get the answers. Some of the answers were not the answers that we would have hoped that we would have gotten. And we want to send our condolences out to the family of Athena Strand. Her body was recovered about 2 hours ago, maybe 3, 6 miles that direction. It hurts our hearts to know that that child died. So much so that she is on her way now to the medical examiner's office. And there's a Texas Ranger in front of her, and there's a Texas Ranger behind her. This community does not like losing our children. And we could see it because of all the people who came out and helped us throughout this ordeal. It was most meaningful what the citizens did because we have a close-knit group of folks here in Wise County. And it's our pleasure to serve these folks in Wise County, the Rangers, the FBI, and the Sheriff's Office. We're glad that we've had this opportunity, but we're just sad that it didn't end the way that we would hope that it would end. Earlier today, a tip was received. We knew early on in the investigation that there had been a FedEx driver made a delivery in front of the house about the same time that little Athena, 7-year-old Athena, came up missing. And continued good work by this investigative team, they were able to determine that the driver abducted Athena. And from the investigative standpoint, digitally as well as good old interviews, we think Athena died within just a very hour or so, the very hour or so after her departure from her home.
Baby.
This driver is a contract driver, and his name is Tanner Lynn Horner. He's 31, and he's from Lake Worth. He's in the Wise County Jail right now because of the good work of these people and all the folks out there who have helped our EMC, our prosecutors here tonight, the deputies, the highway patrol, the citizens. He's in our jail, and he's in our jail being charged with capital murder, aggravated kidnapping, and his bond is $1.5 million at this time. We thank again the community, and I guess at this point we'll take questions.
Was her body found on FM 599 where you were at earlier?
You want to answer that question? No, it was on another county road about 6 miles. We don't really want to release that address right now, but it was 6 miles further from here, so it's probably 3 miles past that. It's southeast of Boyd.
Was the driver actually delivering a package to that home?
Yes, sir, he was.
So she was abducted from her home, from the front of her home?
The driveway is about 200 yards or so probably pretty close to her gate.
What leads you to believe that she passed away within an hour of leaving home?
There's digital evidence as well as interviews that causes us to believe that.
How was the driver located?
You want to answer that question? Would you like to answer that question?
There were a number of investigative steps that have taken course along the way. The sheriff mentioned the digital evidence that was there, and we were able to work through that digital evidence and through partnerships with FedEx in order to help assist with locating him and finding him this afternoon.
Can you tell us more about his prior criminal history?
I don't know the answer to that question at this point.
When you talk about that digital evidence, do you mean ring camera videos, surveillance camera videos?
I think the investigation is still unfolding at this point, and I think we'll leave the specifics in terms of what that is there. But right now we're on behalf of the FBI, I'd also like to offer my condolences to the Strand family and to the Wise County community as well. The partnerships with the Texas Rangers and with the gentleman behind us, the sheriff from Wise County, were truly remarkable and truly helped to bring some closure to that family today. And we know that they're hurting, but we do offer our deepest condolences to them.
Is just one person that you believe is responsible?
That is currently the understanding, yes.
And what led you to that location where her body was recovered?
Sheriff, you.
I can address that. It was because of the work of the Rangers and our investigators who were doing the interview that got us to that location based on the information they received from the suspect, now defendant.
The suspect confessed?
We do have a confession.
Is there anything that you can give us on why the suspect said he did this, or what motivated him? Or
We really can't get into the content of the confession, but I will say that we have a confession, and there's so many other things because this has really just come to this position, this time, and just closure just hours ago. So it's still very, very early, but we wanted to make sure that we got the information out, what has happened today because of the good work right here.
Do you know if this man knew Athena or her family?
No, that's a good question, and I appreciate that. No, he was not related and did not know the family.
We saw a large police presence on County Road 4599. Can you disclose?
That was just misinformation. As the interview went on, better information came in, and that's how we ended up doing what we did to actually recover the body.
How many locations did he guide you to before you?
There were three that I recall. Is that correct, Job? Three? Two other locations.
Was the other location the Lake Worth, Fort Worth location near Somerville Place Road?
That is the defendant's home address.
Was there anything recovered there?
That again, that FBI as well as the Rangers ran that search warrant. We don't have that detail right now.
That's part of an ongoing investigation.
I know you've been in contact with the family. Is there anything that they want to say to the public tonight, the people that have searched?
I have. I spent quite a bit of time with the family, and they want you to know that they appreciate that. The vast majority of the families from Oklahoma, and they appreciated the fact that we care so much. They're devastated. They're angry because of what happened. Precious child taken from their lives. So other than their appreciation, and they would like to know that the community we give them our condolences, but we also want to make sure that we give them the privacy that they need. And I hope that everybody will respect that and give them a little bit of space, not only with the family from Oklahoma, but the family right here in Cottondale. Let's give them a little time. And we would ask, and from my closing remarks, we would ask that we spend some time and pray for these folks, so that they might be relieved of some of the pain. It's going to be a difficult few days, some sleepless nights, and they need our support.
Sheriff, is there any way we can get a mug shot yet? Have you got a mug shot on this stuff?
We'll be able to get one soon, and I think we could probably get that through the Wise County Sheriff's Office.
Sheriff, one last thing. You are a retired ranger, been in law enforcement for 50 years. Describe this case in relation to your entire career.
You know, it's one of the toughest investigations that I've been involved in, because it's a child. And anytime there's a child that dies, it just hits you in your heart. You compare that child to your own children when they were that age, and it just takes the wind out of your sails. But at the same time, it gives you purpose, because you want to make sure that you do the best you can so that you get the best resources together to do what has been done here, and getting this done in really just about a 3-day period. It's amazing that the work was done by this team, and I'm in awe. So it breaks my heart, but at the same time, it really gives me a lot of spirit knowing that we can accomplish what we accomplished here these last 3 days.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Oh, Sheriff, can we get a spelling on the suspect, by the way?
That's the only thing I need.
Yes, it is Tanner, Tanner, Lynn, Lynn, Horner, Horner.
Thank you, sir.
31 from Lake Worth?
31 from Lake Worth.
What was the FBI agent's name that spoke?
That is Jim Dwyer. He's the acting agent in charge.
That's his title?
Yes.
Do you mind spelling his last name if you know?
DWYER.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Sheriff.
That's it, guys. That's all they gave us.
There was a lot in there. So they said she was abducted.
Yes, and I'm thinking with the aggravated and capital charges, that's not going to be an accident. And I would wager that after autopsy, there may be more charges added.
And he said maybe 250 yards away from her home, which would have led to the end of their driveway. So, oh my God, that's so bad.
Yeah, it doesn't get much worse. I mean, my God, I can't imagine how her parents
Oh my
are
God.
feeling. That's just horrific.
Terrible.
Yeah. I know I don't have a ton to say. Like, I don't even know what to say. It's just so awful.
I don't know what to say either, because those nuggets that the sheriff just left us does not lead to good results.
No, not necessarily, Kat. She says, I think it would still be considered abduction even if you just hit her on accident. That would
No.
be tampering with human remains or attempting to conceal.
Yeah,
There would be different charges there. That wouldn't be a capital charge.
a capital charge is intent.
There's yeah, no. That wouldn't be abduction because she would be dead. So presumptively.
Oh my gosh. Ugh.
I feel really bad for the stepmom because she
Oh.
will probably never forgive herself. I can only imagine the guilt.
It was the suspect 31 years old. Is that what I heard?
Yes. Yes, 31 years old. Yes.
FedEx driver. And they had to go find him today. I didn't hear them say that he went in and confessed. I heard them say that they had to go get him today.
You know, I'm not 100% clear on that. It seems like FedEx cooperated though. I had a whole lot going on while this was happening. So I didn't. Yeah, there he is.
That's him.
That's him. There he is.
What you got? Here's a bunch of pictures of him here. I was collecting real quick.
What's his name?
Tanner.
Tanner.
And he was a contractor, so he didn't work through FedEx. He worked through a company that FedEx hired for drivers.
For deliveries, yep.
And it looks to me like he was in a band or in punk rock and roll. On one of his on one of the posts that he made or whatever.
It says Tanner Lynn Horner.
Yep, and one of the girls said, do you know he's a rapist? And there's a comment underneath of it that now says, and then now a child murderer.
What?
Is he an RSO?
Yeah, I think so. He just wasn't caught till now.
What?
And they said he just had a baby. Here's the picture. They said he's a dad.
Piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, he's a garbage ass piece of shit.
Piece of fucking shit.
Yep, and he did admit to doing it. And that's how, okay, so they were looking for her. And did you hear that? There was a FedEx package that was dropped off about the time that she left.
I didn't hear that.
He picked her up as she was going down the road when she took off walking after they had a fight. He obviously had picked her up, and that's how they knew she was there.
It was opportunity. Yeah.
Yep, he seen the opportunity and took it like a sick fuck.
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
And she was found.
This is what predators do.
6 miles away from her house.
No, I don't think it was that far, was it?
Yeah, I think it was like 6 or 7 miles.
It may have been.
It was only like 6 miles from home. Yeah, she wasn't.
I'm sorry, my brain's kind of shitting on itself. This is so awful. My brain is just like not processing well.
Fucking bastard. I hope he fucking burns in hell.
Okay, yeah. Voices says yes, 6 miles away.
What I think happened was they were searching for her, and of course the police have to do their research. You know, they have to do interviews with every suspect. You know, with anybody that was around. Oh yeah, beats him. I'm sorry. I thought I already put it in the chat. What the heck am I doing? So yeah, pecan pie. I know, and I was so upset. I was shampooing carpets. I'm like, oh, please don't. And then you called and said, there's a presser. I'm like, oh my God, should we go live? Do you guys think?
Yeah, and you were telling me about the rumors, and I was like, okay, well, if it's not still closed with the ME there, maybe.
Well, yeah, because I was like, well, there's a rumor, you know, of this girl, and they were just cussing this girl out, like they were really giving it to her.
I had seen a bunch of rumors floating around on Facebook and this and that and whatever and YouTube and everything going around, but as soon as I saw you go live, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I knew.
Oh, hold on. AJ said no.
I'm like, God damn it.
Hold on. AJ said no. The cop said she was in the driveway at the end of it while he was delivering papers, and he grabbed her.
Wow.
FedEx doesn't deliver papers. What do you mean delivering? Or maybe they meant to put packages or something.
Right.
So, I mean, like, I'm a little confused. You said that he was, like, he said there was some sort of R situation. Was he convicted or was he just confessed?
No, it's a post that people are finding from 3 years ago where somebody's accusing him of R-ing is what I'm understanding.
Well, yeah, and the arrest just happened, so I don't think anybody's had time to look him up because we just got his name dropped. So I don't know if anybody's done a background check on him or anything because Hey, voices, what's up, girl? I just seen you back here.
I got his
He was at the end
Facebook.
of the driveway, so they deliver envelopes. So, but yeah, he was a contractor through, through somebody else that
Contracted driver, yeah.
that hires him to drive. And you know what's really fucked up is she was gonna go to her mom's house in one day. One day.
God.
Her
It
mother
breaks my
has to
heart
be
because you
ready
can
to
tell she was
die.
definitely loved. You know what I mean? I think people owe the
Yeah.
stepmama an apology because they sure blamed her and came out the woodwork at her and like throat.
Yeah, I heard some people throwing, I heard some a little bit of it, but this.
Well, it kind of was. I think people instantly kind of felt that way because Gannon.
Yeah,
You know?
it had a lot of similarities to Gannon.
Yeah, I think that's why, because Gannon was just so hard to stomach. I think it left a taste in people's mouths.
Like it's so fresh that he's not even listed at the look. Hold on. Janice said he's not even listed on the jail roster yet because like they probably haven't even booked him in all the way.
No, they're probably still working on it.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, he's probably still in the interrogation room.
He's still in processing. He's still in processing.
Yep.
Yeah, I can guarantee you if her autopsy yields anything, he'll get some more charges, and yeah, he'll probably get the death penalty.
I mean, like I'm just wondering if this is his first offense, like on the record.
Go look him up. Go check. Does anybody got Intellis? Does anybody got any way to?
I don't fuck around with Intellis anymore.
No,
I don't either. So I don't even have it. But if there's anybody that does,
where's Caps at? Doesn't Caps have it?
I think so.
Because I'm just wondering if like FedEx like knew about his background and just like
no, he was a subcontractor.
He was contracted to work at FedEx.
Look,
he was not employed by FedEx.
It's very rural out there where they're at because I took
very rural.
My husband works out in that area almost every day. It's about 25 minutes north of our old apartment. Y'all don't understand how rural it is.
It's like similar to where I live, guys.
Kind of, but not as far away from civilization.
I mean, you can tell it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard to. I mean, come on.
Correct.
It's just not as far out of civilization as you are.
I took a virtual drive through that area today, and it's very rural.
Well, I could take a real drive out there if y'all want to see it soon. I'm just saying, like, it's that close.
See, Ange Carter said, I retired from FedEx Express as a driver this month, and it's peak season.
Yep.
He was a private contractor, not a FedEx employee. This makes me sick to my stomach because, FedEx is going to get, you know what I'm saying? It's going to make them look bad, even though they're not.
Yeah, you know what? Even with the stuff that happens with Uber, people still use it every day. It's not like it used to
but
be.
it still makes them look bad. You know what I mean? Like it
depends.
I
mean, it depends if the guy if he doesn't have any background, like any charges, and they didn't, then it's not going to hit them. But if he has charges and they allowed a guy to just start doing deliveries and people,
if he had previous charges, I believe that they would have mentioned it during the presser, but maybe not. I guess.
Who knows?
They normally do, Tim.
Okay, that's what I was just talking about. Small wildfires. Thank you for putting that up there. I appreciate that. So, so on his Facebook page under relationship, somebody commented 3 years ago, do you know he's a rapist? And then someone commented after that and said, and now a child killer. That's what I was talking about. It's on his Facebook. Yeah.
Clip it. Snap it.
Jingle 78 says mostly driving offenses on his background.
Okay.
Thank you, Jingles.
So no RSO though. So
okay.
No, I think that would show up, right?
Because that's very weird that he just did, like, you know what I mean? Like, so just doing a crime of opportunity, you would think he did something previous to this.
But 31, I mean,
all it means is he hasn't fucking gotten caught or convicted. There's lots of criminals that their best friends have gone to jail a million times and they do the same damn thing and never get caught.
Yeah.
Yep.
That doesn't mean shit. You know what I mean?
And there's another one. Here's a post right here. It says 3 years ago, see your memories. And then it says, I'm not going to, you know what? Here, I'm going to crop her name out because I don't want to put her name in there. But I'm going to put this up here because
I'm so fucking sick. This motherfucker.
Friendly reminder that Tanner Horner is a rapist. That's exactly what it says on here.
Wow.
So check. I wonder if we could, somebody could check the RSO database for his county because he would have to.
I did. He wasn't on there.
Not
Yeah,
on there.
he's
I
not
checked
on
the
there.
RSO this afternoon, and there was no Tanner on there.
Right.
Did you
And just
check a
because he
couple
wasn't caught
different
doesn't mean
counties?
he didn't do it. Or
I
you know what I'm
Did you
saying?
check other
I looked,
counties?
baby, I looked north, south, east, and west. There was no Tanner on there.
Well, I know that they contract out because right now they're got a big hiring going on for like drivers.
Yeah,
to-
it's always
in my
it's
area.
Yeah, every year at Christmas.
every year at Christmas time.
They normally start in November.
Oh, Sleuth Mom showed his background check, and it showed
cool.
only traffic violations.
Jesus, look at that. Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta
But
love that they put some hearts by it. Jesus
So there's some
Christ.
girls on his Facebook saying that they have they tried to press charges and they just didn't stick, or like what's going
knows?
on?
Who knows? Failure to pay toll. The failure to maintain financial responsibility is something they give you if you're driving like without insurance or something. Looks like he's got a couple of expired licenses, so that would probably be the failure to maintain financial responsibility charge. So that's not
Right.
enough to keep somebody from driving for a company.
Yeah,
guys.
I
Those aren't
mean,
moving
yeah.
violations.
I mean, that's kind of normal to get moving violations if you're driving a lot, like parking tickets and stuff like
Well,
that.
but it also shows that he's willing to drive without insurance or let his license lapse.
Well,
on
yeah,
a
it didn't
vehicle.
say insurance. It said just a license there, but that's another one it applied to before. I think they actually stopped doing that because it was like deemed like unjust to charge people who couldn't afford insurance for not being able to afford insurance. So it may just
Well,
go
he
for
looks like he
licenses
does
and
meth,
stuff.
so
now.
there's that.
Well, that's a Texas thing because they don't do that out here in California. You're
Don't do
driving without
what?
insurance. If you're driving without insurance, you're done.
My state too, you get caught without insurance, and if you're in an accident, the accident already automatically becomes your fault.
Yeah.
No,
And
they don't do
you lose
that
your
here.
license, and oh man, my state's a tough one. Don't
The
drive
only
without
way an
insurance.
accident is your fault here is if it's your fucking fault. Whether or not you have insurance doesn't make something your fault. And the
And
fact
you
that
know
they do
what?
that to y'all is unconstitutional.
Yep.
So beautiful.
We
Man,
have to
I'm
pay
sick.
extra for uninsured motorist coverage.
Yes,
Monique, is
I
your
have
caps lock stuck on, honey?
I have a $150,000 rider,
Yeah,
indemnity
Monique,
rider for
Boston
uninsured.
as well. Can you guys stop spamming the chat with the caps locks because it holds your comments every time. So
Yeah, we have to approve them and shit, and that's annoying.
I'm not going to do it anymore. So please turn it off if you can.
And also too many emojis. Let's throw that out there.
Yeah, but sometimes they like to do bunches of hearts for the babies and stuff. So
I
you know.
know.
I guess that's depending on the situation, right?
I know. Don't yell at me.
Monique says, no, I'm almost blind. It's not spam.
So then you'll have to try to approve them as they come in. If you don't see your comments going through, I want you to understand it's not because we didn't put them on there. It's because, you know what I'm saying? If the chat's moving too fast, we don't catch them all the time.
Yeah, that's a good thing to point
I
out.
was just going to go through that right now. Matter of fact, he has a YouTube channel, so let's get to it, y'all.
Oh God, my stomach just.
So I'm looking around. It looks like JLR was basically saying the father.
Oh my God, he makes me fucking sick. He did an interview with this little girl's grandpa.
Yes, ma'am.
Like he was insinuating the father had something to do with it.
Correct.
Yeah, and he was showing pictures of them. It's weird. Okay.
Yeah, we have the uninsured motorist shit here too. Are you sending me a link to stream, or are you pulling it up, Queen? I think maybe she is.
What's
Monique? No, we're not saying we have a problem with it. What we're saying is that
No,
YouTube
absolutely
automatically holds those comments for review. And if the chat starts going too fast and your comments don't get approved, please don't be upset. That's all we're saying, Monique, because it makes it, when you type in all caps or use a bunch of emojis, we have to individually approve the comments. And sometimes that's hard to do, hun. So that's why we asked. Yes, they're flagged comments, basically. Yes, pecan pie. So that's why we ask you guys not to do that. Because if a whole bunch of people are doing it, it makes it very hard to have a conversation because we're constantly approving comments. I hope that makes more sense. This is him, 9 subscribers, moving
Yep,
up.
and it's not to be mean or anything. I'm not trying to be mean, nothing like that. But I wanted her to know that when you do the caps lock thing, YouTube will hold it. They hold it back.
Well,
So
that channel's getting nuked soon. I guarantee YouTube's gonna delete that fucking channel. I
Yeah.
guarantee you.
Yeah. We totally understand if people are having no, Monique, I think if you asked other people, they'd tell you it happens in their chat too, honey.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Oh my God, I want to punch him in the fucking
Me
face.
too. I want to fucking pound his face in.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, you better download that. That's gonna get deleted. I guarantee.
It's recorded right here on the stream.
This fucking piece of shit.
He
Why
does
does he
seem
look
like he may
like
be
he
on
live-
something.
Look,
should
he
there
doesn't
be
have sheets
sound,
on his
Queen?
bed.
Queen, there's no
sheets
sound.
No
Should
sheets
there
on
be-
his
no, there's
bed.
no sound because y'all keep talking. So I just said, "Fuck it, we'll just play it." Why? You know what I mean?
Yeah, whatever. I don't want to hear his fucking voice in
I
here.
do. I want to hear what he's saying.
Oh,
I think he's pretending to rap or something.
I want to punch him in his fucking face.
Yes, I got. Oh, he's rapping.
Amazon Music by 21 Pilots, starting now on Amazon Music.
He's listening to 21 Pilots.
Well, I would take that music down before you get hit.
And that's another reason I didn't put it on.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Ew.
our lobby.
Justice said his girlfriend just made her profile private. Ooh, his poor girlfriend. Could you imagine being with somebody and they turn out to be somebody like this? Ew.
Yeah. Who else was accusing the father?
Everybody.
I don't know. I didn't think anybody was accusing the father.
Well, JLR kind of started that.
Yeah. I just looked at I was looking around just recently and I was like,
Well,
oh, okay.
the father went on a fishing trip and the stepmom got in an argument with the baby. And that's
Hunting
why she
trip.
allegedly. I don't know.
You know what I just thought about is there's a section in your control panel, Queen, in the YouTube studio where you can paste the profiles of people who are like that, the woman who needs to type in caps, and it'll auto approve their comments in the future.
Approved user.
Yeah, approved users. I couldn't think of what it was called. Thank you.
Baby, come on. You know I ain't.
You guys, I can barely get the membership list
Let
out
me
of
tell
this
you,
woman.
I was gonna say, let me tell you something. And we wouldn't even have anything in the Discord at all because, like I said, it's been lame, and that's it. Because until Forever Trolling helped me figure out how to help him be a mod to put rooms and shit in there, I would have never it would never be done. So there's that. We need to thank him for it because otherwise,
would we call him an alleged killer or the confessed killer?
Yeah, this is the man who look at his nasty smile, just makes me want to punch him in his face.
Yeah, for real. Is he just talking regular now? Will you? Oh, it's gone. Never mind. I wanted to hear what he was saying. And it's Science Girl. Ew. Ugh. Watching him raise his eyebrows makes me want to vomit. Ricky, he took her life. He's confessed to taking her life.
Oh my God! What is he like? A fucking
look at his bedroom. What is this shit?
Oh my God!
House.
Oh,
well, he looks like Dolly's house.
Yeah, well, that's a recurring theme, isn't it, with these types of criminals?
I'm gonna be fucking sick.
Actually, normally karaoke turns out okay, but
I meant the house, not the karaoke.
no, I was reading chat. I'm trying to see what's spray painted on the fucking walls. Can y'all tell?
Look
at all. It looks like fist holes over there on the left side, don't it? Like somebody's been punching the hell out of that wall.
Oh yeah.
So I have a question. So now, I mean, like,
Ooh,
I'm
and there's no sheets on the bed. Ew.
No, that's what I said earlier.
Ew.
You're like, that's the least of the problems of this fucking room. Is the sheets. Like, looks like you're gonna get murdered. Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah, yeah. There you go, Tim.
yeah. Like, this guy's a fucking weirdo. Yeah, like
I
JLR
don't.
just
Somebody is that a no? That's like a plastic bag. That's not a KKK mask, you
no,
guys.
that's not.
That's literally a plastic like grocery bag type thing. It's not even cotton. You guys are silly.
So why was like, so was JLR the only one that was saying that? Like the father did it because he looked up his background and saw a criminal.
I
record?
literally would rather die than read something JLR says. So I don't know what the hell he's been saying, Tim.
Well, I have to look. I have
I
to look in the
don't know
abyss.
who else, but there was a couple others that were live saying that it was a troll that started this rumor, and shame on them for making it that when it really wasn't.
Yeah, like JLR was about to lie about the guy. He was like, the guy was in jail for attempted, burglary. It's like, okay, bro, fuck off, JLR. I swear to
Murray,
God.
that's not a hood. It's seriously made out of plastic. Look at it on a bigger screen, honey.
Yeah, it's
That's
covering
not cotton.
It's probably covering a hole.
It looks like they went and got something and just hung it on a hook there. That's definitely made out of plastic. You need a bigger screen. You know what, you guys? If you turn your phone sideways and close chat, you can pinch and zoom on YouTube now. I suggest you use that feature.
Yeah, independent thinker. We were just talking about that. He is such a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he talked to a murderer recently. He talked to the guy who was sleeping on the couch
That they're looking for.
the monkey,
Michael Vaughn.
Yeah, Michael Vaughn. Sorry, I can't speak. It's
Monkey
No,
Vaughn,
you're
you're
good.
fine, B-Tim.
Yeah,
I get tongue and thought tied during stuff like this.
Yeah, the guy's a piece of shit. I'm surprised the guy's not arrested because he's like literally talking to murderers.
Yeah, see, Nick, you could see the sheen on it. It's a plastic damn bag. You guys are reaching.
Yeah. Oh God.
Make it stop.
Make it stop, Queen. Oh, I'm about to jump off this stream right
He's
now.
got 3 subscribers since we've been watching this one video. So he's got 3 subscribers or 3 new ones so far.
So he's up to 12 now?
Yeah.
Jesus. I don't understand like how people live in such filth. Look at all the cobwebs and stuff. I get it. If you're poor, you can be poor. It doesn't mean you have to be fucking dirty.
Yeah, agreed.
I wasn't talking to you, Karma Burns. I was talking to Murray. Murray knows I love her.
Yeah, people only subbing because they want to keep track of the channel, basically, probably. Like it happened with the Brooklyn train shooter. That like he had a YouTube channel and everyone was subbing to his channel just before it got nuked.
It's me, Jay. They not only found her, but she was being escorted to the medical examiners by the Texas Rangers, and they have a confession from the piece of shit that's dancing on the screen in front of you, and they're putting their case together right now. He's got capital and aggravated charges, and it's safe to bet that, including kidnapping charges, that after she is autopsied, there may be more charges added. But that's just my assumption that I'm thinking is a safe one.
This guy is
And he did confess.
Yeah, this guy is fucking cringe, bro.
He told him basically
And that
where to
girl,
find
I've
him.
got you on the big screen, and that actually does look like a hood on my TV.
Girl, you're crazy.
No, I'm not. Look at it on
You
the
can
big
see
screen.
the
I've got-
writing on it. I'm looking at it on mine right now. If you will ever move his dumb head again, look, there's like red print on it.
Oh, okay.
Is that a cartoon hat? Like, is this?
I think so. Yeah, that's Marvin the Martian on his hat.
Holy shit.
Gen X, that is the person named Tanner that has confessed to taking the life of Athena.
Why do they even give him bond? Like, I don't care if it's like 1.5 million. They should have said, no, you murdered a child and you confessed. Fuck off, go to jail.
I
Like,
wonder what kind of bond it is.
Well,
If it's a cash
he
bond or
confessed,
what.
and then he told them exactly where she was.
yeah, but why would you ever give him bond if he confessed to like murdering someone? Like at that point, that it's gonna be a flight risk. He's gonna run. The moment he's not getting the money, obviously, but it just makes no sense. Just say no bond, fuck off,
What a
rot in
garbage
jail.
piece of shit. Yeah, he deserves to be fucking nuked
I'm glad
himself.
they found him so fast because and it's been so cool outside. There will be evidence preserved to help in their investigation. Thank
Yes.
God.
Exactly what I was thinking.
And I hope they fucking bag his ass.
Do you
I
think
prayed
that?
it.
Do you
I
think that?
hope the inmates get his ass too. I'm not even joking.
I'm not either. Yeah.
Well, as the back alley lawyer, we do not condone wink wink violence against individuals like this. Wink wink.
I do.
Wink wink.
Volcanoes.
Well,
If you hurt children, I think you need to be murdered in town square and like stoned to death
Yeah.
slowly with bricks.
I agree. Everybody.
this is all in Minecraft. We are not saying this should happen or we would like this to happen. Wink wink.
So he was a gamer.
Yeah, that looks like what's that? Is that Fortnite?
Hey Spitfire, Nan, I ain't seen you in a long time. How you doing?
Yeah, that's Fortnite.
Was it? I couldn't tell. It
Yeah.
didn't look like Fortnite to me.
It might be like that, like the mod, like the thing. I don't know. I don't play Fortnite. The game's for children.
Notorious, the bond is 1.5 million.
Yeah, I for some reason this country allows a person to have a bond even though they basically admitted to murdering the child in a confession. That means that makes no fucking sense to me.
You're damn right, Glamma D, tar and feather him. Yes.
Oh, that's
sorry,
far
not
too
sorry.
nice. That's far too nice. I mean, stones. Maybe after he's been stoned, with literal stones, then maybe the tar and feathering. But the tar and feathering is just too nice.
Yeah, you could do the Japanese thing. The Japanese thing is called lifting the shirt. If you catch the drift, it's not a very pleasant way to go.
What an asshole taking that baby's life.
Hi, Jasmine. Why did he kill the girl? I don't know why he killed the girl.
They
We won't
wouldn't
find-
release any more details on stuff like that because they don't want to hinder their investigation. Everybody's going to have to be patient.
I mean, I'm just hoping it's not what I think it was. So that's what I'm hoping.
Commander Ender Turkey, sorry, the chat jumped as I was trying to read that. The police are looking for other people in connection to Monkey Vaughn's case. Go watch the last presser and you'll know more why B. Tim said that.
Yeah.
Do I
If
hear
you want to, you can play it again for anybody that's missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull it back up if you'd like for me to, honey.
Hi, Banish.
I don't understand people.
Notorious Ash, that's what I said too. That's what I said too. He probably did, and that makes it all even worse.
Where's Notorious Ash's comment? I didn't see it. Oh.
I just didn't want to,
Yeah. No, you're good.
And, I don't think he was though. This is the thing. I think it all happened and played out perfectly.
Coincidence.
It was perfect. Yeah, because and it was, you know what I'm saying?
He saw a beautiful little girl unattended and took her for his whatever.
Exactly. Richard, no, you're here. I can see you.
Like I said, I think after autopsy, we'll see if there will be more charges added. That's why I'm saying that, you guys. I just don't want those words coming out of my mouth because I can't handle it.
Yeah, it's bad, and that's gonna be all. Okay, so Cass says it says he has Asperger's. I still just wonder if it was an accident. Hiding her after the fact is disgusting, but Asperger's might be a factor as to why he did that.
Kidnapping means she was alive. That means
Correct.
He took her while alive, wherever she was, be it at the end of the driveway, a few houses down, whatever. There would not be kidnapping charges on an accident. I don't.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
never, ever, ever have I seen that. Never. Now, if
If
it
it was
happened,
an accident, he would have called 911 and
it wouldn't be well, that's not true, because sometimes people have accidents and they freak out and try to hide a body, but then there would be tampering or
right. And
disposing or
those,
whatever. It would not be kidnapping aggravated in capital. So no, the charges don't match an accident.
yeah, I mean, my guess
Yeah,
is
he
I
said they believe if I don't know, I'm sick to my stomach right now, but if I heard them right, they said they believe she was deceased an hour or two after she was abducted.
yeah,
yeah.
just
an
shortly after.
hour.
Or
Yeah.
That would
yeah,
mean, and he only went 6 miles down the road. Dad was gone deer hunting.
I've got it
Stepmom was with
backstage
the
again.
baby and busy, you know what I mean? She went back in there to her room. She probably had no idea. She probably just walked to the end of the driveway and was just out there messing, you know what I mean? Because kids don't go very far, you
It
know what I'm
just
saying?
it irritates me that people are bringing up that he has Asperger's, because Asperger's has nothing to do with what he did.
Yeah, no, and they can't. That's not. No.
You know what I mean?
We're not
So,
blaming that one.
yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play and mute, so that
Okay.
way I can wash out my paintbrushes.
No, Hummingbird, I wouldn't have. If I didn't do that, I would have asked for an attorney immediately. But he confessed and he told where her body was. So
Good evening. We are, yes, I'm Lane Aiken, Sheriff Wise County. I'm sorry. Good evening. We're glad to see y'all here tonight. It's been a really, really tough few days, and I'm very proud of the people who are here who helped us so much to get some resolution, to get some understanding, to provide answers for the families. And these people, we couldn't have done it without that. Could not have done it without them. The Texas Rangers. This is the acting SAC, Jim Dwyer with FBI. And then I've got my chief deputy and captain, enforcement captain here. It was a monumental task. And because of the cooperation, because of us working together, we were able to get the answers. Some of the answers were not the answers that we would have hoped that we would have gotten. And we want to send our condolences out to the family of Athena Strand. Her body was recovered about 2 hours ago, maybe 3, 6 miles that direction. It hurts our hearts to know that that child died. So much so that she is on her way now to the medical examiner's office. And there's a Texas Ranger in front of her, and there's a Texas Ranger behind her. This community does not like losing our children. And we could see it because of all the people who came out and helped us throughout this ordeal. It was most meaningful what the citizens did, because we have a close-knit group of folks here in Wise County. And it's our pleasure to serve these folks in Wise County, the Rangers, the FBI, and the Sheriff's Office. We're glad that we've had this opportunity, but we're just sad that it didn't end the way that we would hope that it would end. Earlier today, a tip was received. We knew early on in the investigation that there had been a FedEx driver made a delivery in front of the house about the same time that little Athena, 7-year-old Athena, came up missing. And continued good work by this investigative team, they were able to determine that the driver abducted Athena. And from the investigative standpoint, digitally as well as good old interviews, we think Athena died within just the very hour or so after her departure from her home. This driver is a contract driver, and his name is Tanner Lynn Horner. He's 31 and he's from Lake Worth. He's in the Wise County Jail right now because of the good work of these people and all the folks out there who have helped our EMC, our prosecutors here tonight, the deputies, the highway patrol, the citizens. He's in our jail, and he's in our jail being charged with capital murder, aggravated kidnapping, and his bond is $1.5 million at this time. We thank again the community, and I guess at this point we'll take questions.
Was her body found on SF-5599 where you were at earlier?
You want to answer that question? No, it was on another county road about 6 miles. We don't really want to release that address right now, but it was 6 miles further from here, so it's probably 3 miles past that. It's southeast of Boyd.
Was the driver actually delivering a package to that home?
Yes, sir, he was.
So she was abducted from her home, from the front of her home?
The driveway is about 200 yards or so probably pretty close to her gate.
What leads you to believe that she passed away within an hour of leaving home?
There's digital evidence as well as interviews that causes us to believe that.
How was the driver located?
You want to answer that question? Would you like to answer that question?
There were a number of investigative steps that have taken course along the way. The sheriff mentioned the digital evidence that was there, and we were able to work through that digital evidence and through partnerships with FedEx in order to help assist with locating him and finding him this afternoon.
Can you tell us, may have any prior criminal history?
I don't know the answer to that question at this point.
When you talk about that digital evidence, do you mean ring camera videos, surveillance camera videos?
I think the investigation is still unfolding at this point, and I think we'll leave the specifics in terms of what that is there. But right now we're on behalf of the FBI, I'd also like to offer my condolences to the Strand family and to the Wise County community as well. The partnerships with the Texas Rangers and with the gentleman behind us, the sheriff from Wise County, were truly remarkable and truly helped to bring some closure to that family today. And we know that they're hurting, but we do offer our deepest condolences to them.
Is just one person that you believe is responsible?
That is currently the understanding, yes.
And what led you to that location where her body was recovered?
Sheriff, you.
I can address that. It was because of the work of the Rangers and our investigators who were doing the interview that got us to that location based on the information they received from the suspect, now defendant.
The suspect confessed?
We do have a confession.
Is there anything that you can give us on why the suspect said he did this, or what motivated him? Or?
We really can't get into the content of the confession, but I will say that we have a confession, and there's so many other things because this has really just come to this position, this time, and just closure just hours ago. So it's still very, very early, but we wanted to make sure that we got the information out, what has happened today because of the good work right here.
Do you know if this man knew Athena or her family?
No, that's a good question, and I appreciate that. No, he was not related and did not know the family.
We saw a large police presence on County Road 4599. Can you disclose
That was just misinformation. As the interview went on, better information came in, and that's how we ended up doing what we did to actually recover the body.
How many locations did he guide you to before you?
There were three that I recall. Is that correct, Job? Three? Two other locations.
Was the other location the Lake Worth, Fort Worth location near Somerville Place Road?
Yes. That is the defendant's home address.
Was there anything recovered there?
That again, that FBI as well as the Rangers ran that search warrant. We don't have that detail right now.
That's part of an ongoing investigation.
I know you've been in contact with the family. Is there anything that they want to say to the public tonight, the people that have searched?
I have. I spent quite a bit of time with the family, and they want you to know that they appreciate that. The vast majority of the families from Oklahoma, and they appreciated the fact that we care so much. They're devastated. They're angry because of what happened. Precious child taken from their lives. So other than their appreciation, and they would like to know that the community we give them our condolences, but we also want to make sure that we give them the privacy that they need. And I hope that everybody will respect that and give them a little bit of space, not only with the family from Oklahoma, but the family right here in Cottondale. Let's give them a little time. And we would ask, and from my closing remarks, we would ask that we spend some time and pray for these folks, so that they might be relieved of some of the pain. It's going to be a difficult few days, some sleepless nights, and they need our support.
Sheriff, is there any way we can get a mugshot yet? Have you got a mugshot on this stuff?
We'll be able to get one soon, and I think we could probably get that through the Wise County Sheriff's Office.
Sheriff, one last thing. You are a retired ranger, been in law enforcement 50 years. Describe this case in relation to your entire career.
You know, it's one of the toughest investigations that I've been involved in, because it's a child. And anytime there's a child that dies, it just hits you in your heart. You compare that child to your own children when they were that age, and it just takes the wind out of your sails. But at the same time, it gives you purpose, because you want to make sure that you do the best you can so that you get the best resources together to do what has been done here, and getting this done in really just about a 3-day period. It's amazing that the work was done by this team, and I'm in awe. So it breaks my heart, but at the same time, it really gives me a lot of spirit knowing that we can accomplish what we accomplished here these last 3 days.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So the video thing is sounds like they had video, but we don't know. Like, I have a theory, but I'm not sure if I would say that, but
Well, digital evidence would definitely imply as much, unless they mean his cell phone, but they wouldn't get that from FedEx. So
yeah, I'm thinking FedEx might have a dash cam, but I'm not. I'm like, that's a tinfoil hat. That's a tinfoil hat theory.
No,
Yeah.
I can actually answer the question for you, because guess what?
Go
I
for
got
it.
a FedEx package today.
What is
And
that?
guess what? They have dash cam and GPS.
Yeah.
It records all of their stops. It records how fast they go. If they suddenly get a side impact, it's for their driver protection.
Yeah, I know that.
I happened to ask my FedEx lady the other day, about 2 weeks ago, and then today when I saw her, it was about the same time as all of this, and she said, "Yeah, I'm really afraid our company's going to get a bad rap now." And I said,
Well, can I just say that here, when you subcontract for places like Amazon and the like, you can use your own vehicle sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot of the people for Amazon do. So if it's just hired holiday subcontract help, they could be using their own van, which would mean no forward and backwards cameras. But in this case, with them saying that there's digital evidence, maybe he was in one of their trucks.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to assume until they say so.
Yeah, that's why I said the tinfoil hat theory. I always say that, just like, take it with a grain of salt. This is the guy with the tinfoil hat.
Burnt head Betty, you're just a peach. Nobody thinks they know everything. Just chill.
Yeah, but it's I mean, because
Amazon does that here too. You guys have to remember, this is less than an hour from my home. So what happens up in the mountains up there may not be the same as what happens down here.
Yeah.
But I definitely have a better idea of what happens down here since I live here.
So for a little lividity, like, what is it? Livity? Like
Coco, a lot
Bumblebee?
of them, a lot of the ones here, Coco, have these really nice big Mercedes vans. Not that I think this schmuck did, but a
Yeah.
lot of the people who
Jonesy, you up
sub
here?
for these companies have nice vans.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
What's up, Joneson?
So let's
Hi.
read some of JLR's fans who basically comments who said
Oh,
things.
I'm
to
gonna
him.
get down for that
No,
one.
hold on, hold
I did
on.
want to
Yes,
say to the
now.
911 lady in the chat, we're not talking about Quentin. I timed you out because I didn't want to interrupt the conversation, but your timeout is about to end. So please stop talking about that right now. This is about
Yeah,
Athena.
stay on
So let's
topic.
have some respect. And I don't think we should
Go ahead,
focus
Jonesy. What's up?
ARL.
Well, shit, I already lost it.
Oh, sorry.
So here we were
It's
talking about
okay.
capital murder. People want to know.
Oh,
Okay, here's what. Okay, so it says here's what you're facing with capital murder sentence in Texas. If the
Wait.
victim was younger than 18 years old, mandatory life imprisonment sentence. If the victim was 18 or older, mandatory life in prison without parole. The death penalty. Though
yep.
relatively rare, the death penalty is still a very real possibility for those convicted of capital murder.
Yeah.
Oh, and we actually put people to death here.
Yeah.
We
that's
don't just
what
say
that-
we're gonna.
That's exactly what that says.
Yeah, a lot of states
Very
have a
real,
death
death
penalty,
penalty.
but they don't kill anybody.
Shit.
Colorado's had the death penalty for a long
Texas said,
time and haven't
motherfucker,
killed
we are
anybody.
gonna shit. Go ahead and try it.
We got one getting ready to go up on ours.
Yeah, we definitely kill him. It takes a while, but we for real kill him.
Well,
This
you know
is
what?
just-
He already confessed, so I can't say if he did this, he deserved it. He's his nasty ass deserves that.
It's so
Hurting
heartbreaking.
that baby like that. No, fuck no.
It's
You
heavy.
know what else though? Somebody else in the chat said something, and I'm gonna go ahead and touch on it real fast. 3-boy mom. And I want y'all to think about this shit. Look how hard just in 2 days people started going at their family, their mom, the dad, the stepmom. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? They were going hard.
Yep.
Guess what? It seems like a Summer Wells situation to me. So what if she walked down the driveway and one of them tree people grabbed her, or a FedEx person grabbed her, or
I still think it's possible that the workers did.
yeah,
I've
it
always
could very well
wondered.
happen like that. Seriously.
I've always wondered.
So sickening. It's so sickening.
Like
I
this
hate
shit
how
does
long
happen.
it's been.
Well,
No,
the similarity in Summer's case to Monkey Vaughn's case is that the dogs follow the scent to a certain place and then it just stops. Whereas that place at the end of a road. So, and I've always believed that it could have been an abduction.
I honestly didn't know what it was. I was hearing everything about the stepmom. I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I heard that too, but you know, there was nothing. Everything was up in the air.
I
In my
won't even
opinion,
listen to it.
we didn't know what happened, and it was still very possible that this had happened. But this is like so extreme. This is
See,
like
but I think
in your face.
automatically accusing the stepmother in them is extreme.
I think so too. And I think
Yeah.
society has been formed that way to do shit
really-
like that, and it's fucked
I
up.
guess to an extent, yeah, I see what you're saying.
I think from where
Yeah.
I'm looking at this, it makes it seem like, okay, Gannon Stouch's stepmother did this, and it's like they go back and they reference, and then they automatically open up old feelings of a case, and they bring it fresh. They forget to start from the beginning and watch it develop with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Independent thinker said there were so many rumors about the stepmom that weren't true, even though okay, hold on, wasn't true. Even the house they lived in. What?
Yeah,
People were
they're
like,
talking about what we were talking about earlier. How we
it's
got
missing a
that cleared
comma.
up.
If there was a comma in there, it would have read better. I see what they meant. I had to.
Yeah,
reread
here
it
and look.
too.
And social Deets said in social media jumped to conclusions so quick on Summer's case. No one even took into account it was a delivery driver who reported the red truck. Just instantly blamed the family again.
Mhm.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, also just look up all the guys criminal
social
record.
media, will have your ass convicted and fucking charged, convicted, and ready to be sentenced damn near. And
It
like
happened in the Heidi Broussard case.
They
They accused
yeah, they
Shane
went.
of
Shane Carey,
killing
hard.
Heidi Broussard and the baby, and it was her best friend done took her baby and killed her and threw her in the trunk. Like
Yes,
people
you
shouldn't
crazy shit
automatically
happens
assume.
all the time, man.
Megan Faramuska, crazy bitch.
People kept saying she was living in a shed, and that yeah, they were. That's when
Right.
when you came up,
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about
Remember we were talking
Facebook
about
groups
that.
are wild, man.
Yeah. But that got cleared up on here earlier, on your panel
Yeah.
earlier. That was, I think it was Dietz that cleared that up. Oh, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. It's just.
Well, I
Yeah,
wanted
it
to say
is.
thank you to you, Queen, because the majority of my drive today, you guys kept me entertained. I know you had technical difficulties, but I'm really proud of you for all the navigating you did to bring the best coverage to everybody.
Yeah, see, well, I was having a heck of a time, and see, you know, like even the blender hot mic horrible moment. I was like, oh my god. If I well, and you can clearly hear me on there. I'm like, how can you guys hear me? There's nothing
Right.
open. There's nothing on here. I don't know how do y'all hear me? I just shut the whole fucking thing, the whole computer down.
Man.
I didn't know what to do.
I still
It
say it
happens,
had to have
though.
been a technical difficulty on the court's end. Somebody had to have unmuted y'all.
I was fucking
No
horrible.
way in
I
fuck
had no
all
idea
y'all
what was going on.
accidentally did that at the same time. It's impossible that many creators accidentally unmuted
Yeah.
at the same time.
I agree.
They have an ability to do that to everybody, to unmute everybody and to mute everybody.
The only schmuck that was unmuting on purpose was fucking Doug.
I know.
Yeah, when I went
Oh
back
my
and listened to
God.
that, I was like, what the fuck?
He plugged his channel,
horrible.
right?
See, and at first I just thought it was a couple blunders. Like I just thought you could just hear a little bit because you know what I mean? No, you could hear it all. You could hear everything.
Damn.
It was bad, yeah.
Just
I'm
Jill,
sorry,
I'm
You know,
so
it was
sorry.
only the YouTubers. Isn't that crazy? Like there was.
Did you, Just Jill said, today has been a shitty day. I watched my son say goodbye to his bonus dad and then got in the car to drive home to hear this news. I can't stop crying. I cried on the phone with Danny. Me and Danny both cried. It's awful.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Sad as hell. Hi, NorCal. What's up, baby?
Hey, baby, it's me.
How are you?
I'm good, baby.
NorCal, what up?
What up, Jonesin?
Glad to see you.
Good to see you too, baby.
So what you think?
I'm heartbroken.
I know. It's heavy, isn't it?
I'm disgusted.
Yeah, I was like kind of trying to chime in and do my own little sleuthing behind the scenes while I could while I was at work today, and I don't know. I don't think any of us expected this outcome, right?
Did you see her little jammers in that picture? It looks like maybe they already did family Christmas
I didn't.
pictures.
I was trying to look at the area, all the RSOs in the area. Like I was doing my
Well,
own.
the main picture they're using of her is in like those plaid pajamas everybody buys for the entire family. And it says we are family 2022 or whatever. So I hope they got good Christmas pictures with everybody. My God, at least they could have that. But everything's ruined. They just ruined all these.
Christmas, and I mean, they, you know, her family. I mean, her little sister. Like it's sad, man. It's sad, and
oh yeah, it's super fun.
What really threw me off is this is the first picture on his profile, and like, if you have a child, how can you do this to someone else's child? You have your own child. You know what I mean? Like, you know
I
what?
don't know, but if this went how I think it did, I'm glad he won't be near his child.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, I just really.
It's just another sad fucking story, you know.
Here's her pajamas.
Sad.
Yeah, we are family, and she's gorgeous. This is so sad, man.
Well, even if she only had one eye and half a leg, she would still be sad. But she is so damn cute.
She's super cute.
I just can't get over she was going back home to her mom's house in one day.
Yeah, I don't know. My son is 8 and his best friend is 7, and they hang out here every day. And I just can't imagine.
Yeah, Deets, that child is a victim too, as well as the girlfriend. Yeah, man.
That I was thinking, like, what if that was your boyfriend and people, could you just even imagine? And especially if we find out he did anything else, like,
Well, this just goes to show too, your life can change in a second, in just
and
seconds.
is it
You know what I mean? That stepmom is
Wow.
gonna live with this for the rest of her life too. Survivor's guilt and her
Yep.
saying, I should have never got into an argument with her. What if we would have never said this? And you know what I mean? Like if I would have never said that, I mean, geez, man. And I'm sure
so
she got tons of hate messages.
they said in chat that the girlfriend had already privated her profile.
His
So
girlfriend.
is
His
yeah,
girlfriend.
I know. So is that the same one that he put in a relationship with back in 2019 and somebody wrote on the relationship post that he was an artist?
I'm not sure.
If that is the same girl, could you imagine?
What if that's the father?
Okay,
What if-
burnt head Betty, that's really hardcore. Can you like abbreviate? I took that out of chat just because, but I can copy and paste it over to you, Queen. But okay, it's already still back here, but I took it out of chat. You guys don't spell out words like that. Please use abbreviations, please. My God. Especially with things that we don't know for a fact.
Jeez.
But if that's true, fuck him.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to.
Do you see the comment?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, burnt head, if that's true. And I was 16 and that had happened to me. And that person went on a couple of years later to abduct and murder a small little girl. I would probably make it about me too for a day. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know how I'd react, but I would think that I would probably be like, I told you, motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be a normal human reaction.
Absolutely.
Thank you for abbreviating. Let me read what you put. We don't know for a fact, but look it up. The girl he AR'd has post on her page. She just made a new post November 11th, 20 minutes ago. 11 and like 20 minutes ago. I don't go to people's Facebooks, but if somebody wants to send a screenshot to Queen, that's cool. I don't use any other social media. And when I do it for
Me
like
too.
painting. I don't go to people's Facebooks. It has to be like a really big deal for me to go look on Facebook for something. Yeah, and nobody's trying to be whatever, but we're not going to allow you to get the channel
Wow, look at
flagged
this shit. Hold on. This
because
says
what you're writing in
listen,
chat.
there's a person on here says you have the wrong person. Anyone messaging me or my family will be turned over to the authorities. I don't care if you're being helpful or not. You can tell the police why you're contacting me and threatening my babies. It will not stand. If you're going to say
Wow.
something say it with your whole damn chest, do your research. There can be more than one Tanner Horner in this world. We are in Georgia. Please stop.
Wow.
Whoa.
There might be more than one Tanner, and if people are
they're going nuts right now. One of the messages
See-
says you're married to a partner and have this sick person with your damn kids.
Yeah, this is the problem with fucking people. They keep on
this
doing
is the
their
fucking problem.
You know, what I
This
mean,
is
like
the problem.
this is
What
like
is wrong with
wait.
people?
This is just like complete vigilantism, and people need to stop the fucking doing this because you're doxing and attacking innocent people that might not even be connected, who are not connected to this whole situation, all because you want to have like a sense of, oh, I did something good. Look at me, I did something good on social media. Pat me on my fucking back. Like, just sit the fuck down. Wait for the cops to do their job while you watch. Seriously, you can't do anything.
This is a good time for that girl to throw out one of those. Just because we're are talking about certain people here in this conversation tonight does not mean that you should be allowed to go out and contact anybody personally.
Oh, never. Yeah, and don't be calling the fucking cops with your. Don't be getting ideas that you're putting together through rumors on Facebook and YouTube and calling the fucking cops and FBI and telling them your theories. None of that, please.
Yeah,
They keep
thank you.
Don't
torturing
contact
her.
the fucking family to tell them how sorry you are. Wait till a funeral home is chosen. Send a condolence there. Leave the people alone. Don't contact or harass anyone, no matter who it is, anywhere.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Fucking
And whatever we
period.
say here on Queen Bee's panel tonight is allegedly and of our own opinions. And we're not
Except
here
for
to.
that he's a piece of shit and all pedos should
Oh,
die.
yeah.
Word.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
And that too.
They
In
keep torturing
Minecraft,
her since
all
I
the
can
press.
co-sign on that one.
in Minecraft, this is all in Minecraft. What she's saying, it's not real. Wink, wink. We're not really insinuating that should happen. Wink, wink.
I don't know what that
About
means,
that,
burnt
me
head
too.
Betty. Y'all can do whatever you want. We don't do that. You know, that's
What? Go to people's face. I look at people's Facebook, so don't sit here and say that. Speak for yourself, girl. Because I'm nosy as fuck. I'll go
well, we're
look.
talking about contacting people in real life, Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But I will
Yeah,
go
we
look at
don't do
somebody's
that.
Facebook. And you know what I'm saying? I will go fucking hell yeah. I'm looking at
Oh,
hell
I
yeah.
know
No,
you
but we
will.
don't
Than a
troll.
motherfucker. Shit. I'm
Yeah, but you're not
Right.
contacting them,
for
and
yourself, girl. Because
There's-
I'm looking.
but you're not
I
going to
know,
contact some
baby.
random
You're
woman and cuss
sleuthing.
about her fucking
I can't
husband being
believe
a
these feel
pedo.
like just looking at the pictures of him just makes me sick to my stomach. Like I
Well,
can't.
there's a difference between sleuthing and trolling. You
Yeah,
know,
like
and
them, like JLR calling the grandpa. Why?
right.
Now why?
Exactly. Mhm.
Well, he needed content. You know, it's almost Christmas. He needs new shoes. Maybe a hat, new hat.
New sweatpants.
You know, for his balding head.
But either
Well,
way,
it's bald
Queen's
head.
not contacting people and telling them what a piece of shit they are or something. Are you, Queen?
No.
Well, no, I'm looking at
Exactly.
pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm just commenting on pictures.
No,
But
she's
is that
looking.
the right?
Looking,
Is that the
looking.
right Tanner though? Is that the right Tanner though, or is that the incorrect Tanner?
Yeah.
Which
The
one?
one that's getting yelled at is the one that is okay. So if you just type in Tanner Horner, it just pops up, and that's the first one. And it's the people getting death threats that aren't related to him, don't know nothing about him, nothing.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Also, I don't agree to even contacting the girlfriend.
Oh, wait. So the musician is not the correct one?
Yeah, the one up on the screen is the correct one.
Okay, so the musician is the correct one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I also don't agree with the whole idea of contacting the girlfriend of
Yes,
this guy.
he's in Texas. That's the one. Okay, there's one in Georgia, a Tanner
Right.
Horner in Georgia that said, "Please stop contacting me. I live in Georgia." There's more than one Tanner Horner, and then we're not the one. I'm not the one that did this. So
Okay.
please stop.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you see, boss, that doesn't work. You have to copy your name directly over, like from Discord. That didn't work. It's not gonna work. You have to go to your profile, hit copy, and paste it here. I just tried it in 3 different ways. It's not working. Damn. That's so awful. Yeah, I tried 3 different ways, you see, boss. Sorry. I just
I don't have. That's me. That's B Tim. I'm the B. I just changed my avatar. I forgot to change back because my avatar wasn't working.
You have
gosh,
a B?
guys.
Yeah, I have a B. I used one of the B's that were made.
Oh, okay.
It's the one that has the celery.
I see it.
NorCal.
I see it. I've already clipped it.
Good.
3-boy mom, they're contacting who they thought was his wife or girlfriend and cussing her out, basically.
Yeah, and like even if that was his wife and girlfriend, you shouldn't be contacting her. Like, how the fuck is she gonna know? Unless, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know
Yeah,
if she
nobody
knows
should
anything.
contact anybody ever.
Yeah, I mean, like, let the cops do their job. If she has nothing to do with it, leave her the fuck alone. Like, really.
Thanks, Grandma Sherry. I was just asking because I always want to make sure, because I'm not going to go dig them up.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't like this people doing that, because it's the same thing I've seen with Ethan Klein when he was getting mad that the supposed ex-boyfriend of Amarath. So he basically says, okay, we're gonna look for this guy who supposedly abused her. And then he finds the wrong guy on the live, and they harass the wrong guy. Even it's wrong to harass the guy, but he harasses the wrong guy, got doxxed and attacked.
No, Tia, he doesn't have priors. What we pulled up just showed like some non-moving traffic violations, and of course that's possible. None of them have a record until they get caught. I guess for me, I'm kind of having a disconnect, and this is not about you, Tia, but so many people have said that. You guys, like, most of the time it's somebody you would never suspect.
Yeah,
Like,
but
that's when it comes to harming children
Correct.
specifically. When
But
it
the
comes to
thing-
harming children specifically.
I mean, like, my thought is that there has to be some sort of escalation.
And he's only 31. That's not true. There doesn't
Well-
have to be, but in this case, it looks like
Well,
there
just because
allegedly could have been. There
an
is
escalation basically could be something he never got caught for, or maybe
I know,
something he
but
never
I
went
was
to
about to
jail
point
for.
out, if you remember, a 16-year-old was already accusing him of having ard her
Yeah,
years ago. So that would obviously be an escalation.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
I wasn't talking about you. I'm talking about, like, there's been a bunch of people in chat tonight that have been kind of baffled by that. But I feel like they all have, and he's only 31. There's all criminals don't have a record until they do. I think somebody's like, if this was driven by other kinds of desires, I'm not saying it was, but if it was, that doesn't mean that they're going to break other laws, right? I don't think that
Sometimes they're in really high positions and upstanding looking from the outside and crappy on the inside.
Especially in religious organizations where they get protected a lot too.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
happens too. Yeah, no, Tia. And I find it, I don't know. I just find it so brazen to just snatch a kid out of a driveway like that. It does make me wonder if he's done it before this. What do you think, Tia? That's pretty brazen.
I think
Like,
that
you would think
I
you would
agree.
work up to that comfortability, right?
I think that that would be a good idea for us to dig and see if anything like this locally or surrounding has happened prior that maybe we didn't catch on to.
No, I
That's
think he's one of
possible
the
too,
freak ass
Sticky.
motherfuckers that was like, "Hey, are you doing okay?" When he seen her standing down, you doing all right?
No,
Like the Wondras.
into a fight with my mom. Oh, why'd you get into a fight with your mom? You know how fucking weirdos are. The motherfuckers always use them dogs or something. You know what I'm saying? Like candy. Oh,
Yeah.
I just don't know. I agree with you, Sticky.
Motherfucker, I can only imagine. And I only know because you know what I'm saying. Like I only know this because I've been watching them shows and paying attention. I tell my kid, like I used to drill my kid. If there's somebody offers you to look for a dog, never. Don't look for no fucking dog. Don't look for no.
You don't want to see a picture, nothing.
You don't want to see that dog. You don't want to look at that fucking dog. You don't want to know nothing about no puppy. No nothing.
Well, you know what's so fucking sad is the kids can't go fucking anywhere now. Like they
No.
can't.
Hell no, it's scary.
Not
They
even
can't
out in
feel
the
safe
country.
at school. They can't feel safe at a fucking movie theater. They
Well,
can't feel
that's
safe in their driveway with a fucking FedEx guy.
I think
They
what
can't feel
Sticky
safe
said a few minutes
anywhere.
ago about he was probably mentally escalating, like fantasizing about sick shit, that's a very good possibility too. I agree with you, Sticky. That's a really good possibility.
Look, just like a present or a free package. Oh, Santa Claus got you a package. You want to see it? I deliver FedEx packages. Hop in.
Well,
I'll
think
show
about
you.
it. He would be seeing littles all day as he was delivering his stuff. That could cause an escalation in and of
So
itself.
this goes back to the number one rule I teach my kids and that I've always taught my kids is that there is no reason for an adult anywhere to come up and talk to you. If you've never seen them before in your life, if there's an adult that comes and talks to you, adults have no fucking reason to come and talk to kids ever. Unless It's disciplinary.
No, I
at
totally agree.
school.
No, and you know what's
If
even
you're
worse?
if it's disciplinary at school, or it's an authority, it's a police officer or whatever. Which even nowadays,
But at
you have
school,
to
it's
watch
still
out for
not
those
random.
motherfuckers, you know. But if my kid's walking down the fucking street,
No, you guys
walking
in
to
chat are
school-
going way left field. He was a temporary, seasonal, like subcontracted driver.
Yeah, they
If he had
subcontract
been
Correct.
casing her,
bikini
it's
drivers. It's the
only
peak
for like a
season.
month. He couldn't. I doubt there was time to have groomed her. I doubt it. You know what I'm
No,
saying,
yeah,
you guys?
this was like an opportunity that fucking presented himself, and he jumped on it.
That's
well,
what I think
allegedly,
too.
so far that we know, right? I mean, we don't know.
Well, no, they
anything.
said
He had
that
no
he's a
connections to the
seasonal.
family. He didn't know the family. He didn't know anything about the family. They already answered this in the press conference.
Yeah, well, and they said he was a temp, like subcontracted driver, so he couldn't have been
Yeah,
working
I
very
mean,
long.
He was a contracted driver.
Yeah, for FedEx. Yeah, my guess is that's probably how they that's how they caught him so quickly, is because it was a crime of opportunity and it wasn't planned.
Well, it had to have been. There's no way he would have known that she was going to get in a fight with her stepmom that night. And she was going to take off to the end of her fucking driveway. And he was just going to be there, particularly at that fucking time. There's no way that this could have been planned. I mean, when we look at what we know so far, right? I mean, there's
Well,
no
and think
fucking
about
way.
when seasonal drivers start, most around here, which is where this happened. They start at the end of October-ish, really starting to pile people on.
Yeah.
So that would be 30 days that he may or may not have delivered packages
But-
in that area. So could he have seen her before? It's possible. But could he have been grooming her? I think not.
But that girl, I have a question. Did they say it was seasonal? Because sometimes they just like out these companies sometimes just hire contractors that are
No, they just
outside.
said he was a contracted
Yeah.
Indeed.
driver.
Indeed.
because
my bad for adding the word seasonal, but normally the contractors for you guys, that area out there, he's not in the Metroplex. He's not in the Metroplex. They
We'll go Google
they
Earth
don't
it
need
then
those
real
kind of drivers out there like they do inner city. Inner city, they need that all the time. So I don't know, but I would, my bad for using the word seasonal.
Yeah.
But they did say contracted, and that's normally
Yeah.
extra just for this time of year. There's nothing out there. Like nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
There's
Well,
a
I
bunch
mean-
of fucking trailers and shit. And then people,
Yeah.
you either have money and you have a ranch and it's to the nines, or you live in a fucking dilapidated trailer like you can see in that video of that dude. That's normal there. It's not, the only difference between that and like Ben Hill Road is there's no big pretty hills and scenery. It's just flat prairie bullshit. Is there trees? Yes, especially closer to lakes, but it's nothing fancy.
There's trees that run along the creeks.
Yeah. Like I said, especially close to the lakes. But it's just, there's not a lot of houses out there, man. And I think maybe you could use help around the holidays just because they're so far spread out that it would make deliveries take a long time. But that's why I was saying seasonal, because that's what my brain thought. So thanks for pointing it out. But that just seems weird to me. Or
I'm
maybe
just
they
gonna-
use locals out there because it is the sticks.
Okay,
But
give me the address.
It's like 3524 Country Road or
Oh,
2435 Country Road. Hold on.
did you see what Tina
County
said?
road, not country. County.
It's CR. It says you just type in CR. You don't have to spell out nothing.
I just
Tina
need the
said,
address. I don't even have it.
I don't either. In 2017, he drove for Uber. So many opportunities. Damn.
So this may not have been the first time, you know.
I'm wondering. Where would we get it should be on the missing flyer, right? Like where she went missing. Hold on, let me log.
And they said abduction.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they did.
Probably also wouldn't have just taken her a few miles down the way and
See,
dropped her in a ditch.
Dorian knows what I'm talking about then, because it's like, seriously, you guys, there's not, if it's
Right.
not Christmas, and a lot of those people, like, and I'm not being ugly or judgmental, but a lot of the people out there, there's no in between, like middle class. They either got a ton of fucking money or they have nothing. And they're not ordering off Amazon every day like the people in the inner city. They can't even fucking afford to. Like, so they don't need. They're saying he has TikTok as well. I don't have TikTok, you guys, but somebody who does, if they want to look. Queen, it's 3573 County Road. I'll put it in. The chat keeps moving. I'll put it in back chat for you. Thank you. I want art to touch. Oh, by NorCal.
Well,
Oh, I think Nick is backstage.
well, anyway, Queen, I'm gonna skedaddle because it's like 1 o'clock here.
Oh wow, you are up late.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
buddy,
just
how
wanted
did
to
your
jump
how did your long day go? I was gonna ask.
on. It's the usual. I had to go to Midtown for some things, but then I went to like a Bear Burger afterwards. Then I came home.
Runner girl, what area are you in? Are you in Texas as well?
But anyway, I gotta skedaddle. I'm going to bed.
Good night, buddy.
Good night, Tim.
You guys have a good one. Bye.
And also, like, are you city or are you rural? If you don't feel comfortable answering, you don't have to. I'm just curious.
Me?
No, not you. I'm talking to, I said her name, Runner Girl.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You know, you said you were leaving, so I said good night.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were asking me before I left. Okay.
No,
You guys have a
rest
good
well,
one.
babe. Thanks for staying up late with us.
No problem. Bye.
Yeah, here in Texas, that's how it
Good
normally
Lord, you guys
works.
hear that wind whipping? Fuck.
Is it cold? I bet it's cold.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Yeah, you guys, if you feel comfortable putting like state, whether you're inner city or rural, and how it works for you, it'd be an interesting comparison, but it has nothing to do with the case. But I get curious about stuff like that.
I was gonna say, hold on, yeah, I only know Nick's back there because he blows up the back chat. That's how I know. Tia, you here?
I'm here.
Okay.
Do you want to see me?
No, you're fine. No, girl, I don't do that.
We don't do that.
I blow up the back
No.
shot.
A lot of
You wanna
people do just show themselves, but I don't make them.
I just
Yes. Spread them in cough, girl. Spread them in cough.
Come on, Tia.
I was
What's
saying
up,
goodbye,
Tia?
B. That's all.
So, you guys, I learned about this case just like I feel like I'm under a rock right now, but
Thanks,
just
Runner Girl.
moments ago, and then I saw Queen live. Thank you for going live and telling us all about this, but I'm very uneducated. He kidnapped her. Did he do terrible things to her, or did he just?
She's being autopsied. Yeah. She was on her way to the medical examiner right before we went live. They said she was being escorted by the Texas Rangers, I believe they said.
Oh, God bless him. Oh,
yes, so right now, what
how
is it,
many
you guys?
days has she been missing?
Just over 48 hours.
Oh dear God.
The reason why I asked if he might have been casing her, I didn't know he was just there for the holidays. You know what I mean? If you drive the same road every day, maybe, but I guess she doesn't live there also, so that's why I was asking that question in the chat. I wasn't sure about that part.
No, it wasn't a bad question. I'm sorry I used the word seasonal, but typically that's what that is with the contracted one, but unless it's Amazon. Amazon's the one who uses the most contract drivers around here. Mm-hmm. And I did, like, before Elton John, you're on my last nerve. Before I moved here, I was literally just like 20 minutes south of there.
Wow.
So it's like really
when
close
you said
to
seasonal,
home.
though, I mean, or when you said contract, I thought seasonal as well, being the time of year that it is.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily the case, though. No.
We don't know for positive whether or not it was seasonal. I should not have used that word. I'm sorry, guys. It's yes, they believe she was killed roughly an hour after abduction. Okay. Yes.
Well, so I mean, seasonal is pretty. It's pretty much the same shit. He was contracted because during the holiday season, it gets busy, and they hire out contracted, you know what I mean, people to come and help. That's what they do. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as seasonal. Pretty much the same
Okay,
shit.
so think about
He's
this,
there
you
during the
guys.
holiday season, not seasonal through the company. He's there through a different company, like a temp company.
Like a
You know what I
temp
mean?
agency.
Yeah.
But think about this. It was dark when she left. If the FedEx guy, I mean, if it, like, we don't know what time the package had been delivered, it could have been a case that, like, he hit
Well, she
her.
got home from school at 4:30, right? 4:30, 5 o'clock. They had the
Right.
argument. She took off the mom took off to go start dinner. She started dinner, had dinner going, and then she yelled into her room, and she wasn't, for dinner, and she didn't hear her. She didn't come out. So
then that could be as to why it's considered an abduction, because he could have hit her, grabbed her body.
No, that
You
would
don't
not be the same.
No? Okay.
No, if he killed her and then moved the body, that would be tampering with human remains, concealing a corpse.
But if she were still alive when she got in the vehicle and then died?
I don't know.
Still
That's a real big
considered
stretch for me.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
I'm just trying. I was
I
trying
guess
to keep
if she
from
was
going
still
from
alive,
the,
maybe, but I
I
don't.
get what
Then
you're
why
doing,
is it?
voices,
I
and
was
then
trying
why
to
is it?
keep from going to the worst case.
Then why is it aggravated? Why is it capital?
Because
If it
it's
was an
kidnapping and
accident,
she's a child. I
I
mean,
know,
those
but if
were
it
my
was an
thoughts.
accident, why would it
No,
be
it's
aggravated?
human. It doesn't matter age anymore. Like, it's a human to human thing. They don't.
No, B looked it up. Under 18 is.
Oh, would they do have an under 18?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
in
that's
Texas.
considered
It's capital.
It's
It's
under
capital.
18.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have
What
another
was
question.
the time she left the house?
I don't remember the exact time. I don't even know if the stepmom knows because she just discovered she wasn't there after she was cooking or something. But I do know sunset was at 5:22 on the dot yesterday, and it's been right within minutes of that for several days now.
All right, so I just Facebooked my
Like, it
friend that
starts
actually works for FedEx, and seasonal time they'll work up to 10 o'clock at night down here.
Oh yeah, they'll keep.
Yep.
They deliver till well into dark. Yes, and they start early.
Because a lot of Christmas packages are coming in and stuff like that, so they're overloaded. He said.
Cyber Monday just happened, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I had a question.
He
It
is
totally left
charged
my
with
mind.
aggravated kidnapping, and he's also charged with capital murder. Yes.
Because he
He's got
admitted to
more
it,
than one
right?
charge. They wouldn't give any details on the confession, but yeah.
That probably why he's charged with that, is because he admitted something to that extent for them to charge him with that, I would assume.
I'm trying to keep whatever about it until the autopsy results come out. I just feel like it's pointless until we have autopsy results.
I agree.
Deets, if you want to come up and drop the TikTok link in the back, I'll put it on.
We shouldn't
Ooh.
speculate on any of that. I agree.
I just and I'm sorry, you're right. I guess maybe he could have accidentally hit her and then picked her up and that could equal kidnapping, but I don't think so. That just, to me,
Well, I
the
mean,
charges
that could
don't
be how
match
it was-
that.
Thinking if he hit her with the vehicle, that could be how it was considered aggravated, because he used the vehicle to incapacitate her. I'm not
LFT, I'm
trying
not
to
sure.
defend. I'm not trying to defend by any reason. I'm
Oh
just
no,
trying to
no, I know you're not. Oh,
my
I didn't take it
break
that way at all.
from
No.
going to
I
like
just live
the
here.
absolute grossest.
I just live here, and I've been a true crime junkie since I was like a little kid.
I get
and
it.
the
I get
charges
it.
don't match that for me. I would
Well, and
I
they
would
can
I would
always-
rather it would be something like that, Voices.
Voices is looking outside the box.
I'm just trying to make it so it's not what I really think it is, because if it is, it's fucking.
That's why I just said I would rather, Voices, because I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking it too, I think. I don't know, Decipher LFT, if he actually delivered something to her house or not. Queen, do you know if it was to her house or just on the street there? Do you, NorCal, do one of y'all know? I didn't hear it specified that it was to their house.
Law enforcement said there had been a FedEx package delivered earlier that day.
But did they say to the house, Voices? That's my question.
Yes, to her parents' home. They said there
Okay.
had been a FedEx package delivered to the home earlier that day.
Okay. Sometimes you have to answer questions really literally for me, or I still won't understand. I'm sorry.
That's okay, honey.
So wait.
My brain is like.
I was just repeating what law enforcement had said.
No, thank you. I won't lie. I was so horrified that I did not absorb every detail. Okay, this is. Oh, yeah, that's the same guy. All right.
Ugh.
Thanks, you guys. What the fuck? Is that person killing something under that cup? What is that?
Yeah.
Is that a bug? What is that? Like a cricket or something? I can't tell.
I don't know, but that's duster. What are you trying to do? Get the damn thing high? I don't understand.
I figured they were trying to like freeze it because you know how
Anyone
that
else
stuff comes out
upset me?
real
I didn't draw
cold.
that little S thing.
Ew.
Dash. Dot. The three of us.
Somebody tell me why everyone's obsessed with Dance Gavin Dance. I need answers.
Because fuck you, that's why.
There he is in his uniform.
Somebody tell me why everyone's obsessed with
That's
Dance
what
Gavin
she
Dance.
saw. That's
I
what
need
that baby
answers.
saw.
Yep, look at that shit.
Oh, why did me seeing him in his uniform make me so angry? That was a weird response.
Because now we know that he was actually wearing FedEx, probably driving a FedEx truck.
Working, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why, but seeing him in uniform just made me want to fucking vomit.
It made my stomach not so feel good either.
Oh,
There he is in the same uniform.
Yep. So is he? It seems like he works for, because usually subcontracts, they don't have to wear the actual uniform. They just need to drop the packages off.
And
that happens down here. I know that.
The ones I see normally have on at least a t-shirt.
Y'all, it could end up being that he works through a temp agency that's contracted because they can't get employees out there.
That's very possible. But this time of year, normally everybody loves the seasonal work because it pays so good. It really does pay good. Yeah, I think
that
it is
girl, you're
too,
thinking like an average
was
logical
clear.
wannabe working person.
I'm sorry, what, Mama? I couldn't hear you.
Honey, you're thinking like a logical wannabe working person, a productive part of society. You
Yeah.
got to remember, sometimes these people aren't always the greatest of moral characters.
So someone in the chat said he was a contract employee. They said that.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying this whole time, babe.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've said that from the beginning.
I jumped in only 30 minutes ago. That's why I was just trying to catch up with y'all. I apologize.
Oh, yeah, and he forgot to read the title again. I saw that comment, Nick. I did see that.
I just clicked it. I was like, oh, hey, B's on. And
So
then I
yeah,
didn't-
he's got a few TikToks. So here's a few more, but they don't have any. See, here's one right here. There's really not anything there. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a whole lot on him.
And he was accused but not ever charged with anything. Is that what that girl said?
The only thing that showed up on his record was non-moving traffic violations. It was like,
Yeah, I ran it.
Think about that. Non-moving traffic violations, but he was a FedEx driver.
yeah, but that's why he was still able to. It was like his license was expired and he got a failure to maintain financial responsibility and something else very nominal. If it's not a moving violation, it doesn't give you like points a curl here.
So he didn't have insurance, is what they're saying.
Or
well, no,
driving with
he didn't.
expired
Well,
tags or
no,
registration.
they
Also
don't.
work on the
They
FedEx
can't give you that for insurance here anymore. They changed it a long time ago because it was like not, basically it wasn't okay to charge people who were too poor to afford insurance also with failure to maintain financial responsibility. So that's generally going to go towards something else like the expired license. The failure to maintain financial responsibility gets tacked on top of another.
Well, I mean, the sick fuck he confessed. I mean, he told him what he did. He obviously told him where she was. You know what I'm saying? Come on, it's nasty ass. I hope he fucking.
And that's why I think he's charged with what he is.
Specifies if it's for child support.
Right. He took a child from her home and ended her life. He's a sick fuck.
Maybe they combined them then, Grandma Sherry, but I know they can't give you both anymore.
Isn't like a non-moving violation like parking in a, you know, say a handicap spot or something like that, or, you know, something to that extent? And that's why I wouldn't go against points, because you're not actually driving your vehicle type thing.
So maybe that's the only way they can do it. Now, Grandma Sherry, is just as that one and not the no insurance too. And I'll look up the other one. Hold on, Nick.
I shall learn through you guys. Thank you for letting me up and ask my questions. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
God, I'm sorry for this family and for this little baby. But you guys
know.
have a good night. And Queen, thanks for letting me come up. Ladies,
Good to
gentlemen,
see
have
you,
a great
Tia.
night.
You have a great night.
Have a good night, Tia.
Yeah, good night. Thanks for coming to discuss. Okay, so non-moving violations by contrast are usually related to parking or faulty equipment. So that's going to include your stickers and stuff.
Okay.
Like your blinkers out, your registration's expired, you know, your license expired. Moving violations are speeding, running a stop sign or red light, driving drunk, things of that nature.
Okay. So he wasn't in his car when he got those violations, or wasn't driving his car is basically what it says, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Okay. So I looked it up too on Grandma Sherry. Yeah, now it is just failure to maintain financial responsibility. When I was younger, they could give you no insurance and failure to maintain. So now it's just failure to maintain. So he's probably did the failure, the no insurance and the no license. Like he just wasn't keeping up with any of that. Obviously. But none of that's going to make you think that he's about to kill a kid, dude. So.
And he confessed.
Steal and kill.
He confessed right away, right? Was there was it like a
They
tip
won't give us. They won't
They're
give
not
us
giving us
details.
that. Did you watch the presser?
No, I came late. I didn't see that you guys were.
Oh, okay. We played it twice. If you want to back up.
Oh wait! Oh no, the presser. I did. No, I did hear the presser. I apologize.
Thank you, Tia Dash. I'm really glad you came up to BS with us. And like, I can't even think straight. I saw you. You see, boss. Oh God. Yeah, that's what the other one was. Thank you. Thank you. No, he didn't pay the tolls. Thank you. I couldn't remember what the other one was for. I just remembered the financial and the expired license. But yeah, he didn't pay some tolls, which is actually a pretty serious offense here. They'll take your they won't let you register your car and stuff.
Why drive on I-95 and not the turnpike? I ain't paying those damn tolls.
Oh, it's ridiculous how expensive it is. Yes, Lindy, yes, they did say that they have digital evidence as well. That was, and that FedEx had cooperated to help them find him.
At least they found her fast at the very you know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah, preserved evidence for sure. UC Boss asked, why do y'all think this was not planned? Because it seems like a crime of opportunity. And she lived in such a far out rural area and he didn't know the family. And she had gotten into an argument with her stepmom, like a little spat. And the speculation at this point is she wandered off and he picked her up at the end of the driveway. I think if that's what happened, that she just went out there and he saw her and snatched her up.
Fucking unreal.
250 yards from her front door.
Yeah, or like which somebody said was the driveway length. I don't know if that's true or not. Or like voices said maybe he hit her and she wasn't dead and he picked her up, and who knows, but I don't know. Who knows? It just seems more
Either
like
way,
a
he still took somebody's kid, and it's not his fucking kid to take.
amen.
I
Amen. And
still have
she's
a
still
problem
gone.
with it all because it wasn't his person to have. Like, you want to have a kid,
Yeah.
then you go have kids. Obviously, you have had one. So, like, but just damn, why take somebody else's kid?
Yeah, Allison, I agree with you on that. Yeah, you sick fuck is right. Yeah. So I don't think he did either, MAGA. I really don't, because I feel like they would have said something.
I feel like the charges would have been different.
I do too. I do
You
too.
know, the more you guys were talking about this, I am beginning to wonder, like, the way the severity of the charges and the way the just absolute stoicness of that law enforcement official. I'm beginning to think it was something more nefarious.
Well, he almost looked like he's going to cry at one point.
He did. He did. And he
No,
said,
her
"I'm not gonna
autopsy is
tolerate."
not done yet. No,
No,
it's not.
her little
She was,
body though was escorted.
yeah, they sure did.
That was cool.
Her front and back, she got a full arm Texas Ranger escort.
Well, and like I said, I think that there's a good possibility, and this is just my opinion, but I think that after autopsy, especially since it was so fresh of a crime, that there is a possibility of more charges, in my opinion.
Definitely, there's definitely more bigger possibility because
that fucker gets the death penalty and fuck him.
Oh,
Somebody
he
said
will.
something about Sparky, but I'm
It's
pretty
capital.
sure don't they do lethal injection here now? I don't think we use the
Yes,
electric
ma'am.
chair anymore.
You do a lethal.
Yeah, I haven't heard of the electric chair being used in a long fucking time.
I'd rather that
What,
Hey,
the electric chair?
for him.
Hey, that girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for your advice last night. I took it, and all that stuff sold today.
Oh, cool. Did you write me back about the Cardinal?
I think I did.
Okay, I'll check in a minute. Thank you.
Did you get 20 for the trucks?
Uncle Will said FedEx is a subcontractor job now. See, I didn't know that I didn't know they did that. I thought they just did it for like seasonal.
I wonder if it depends on what state you're in. We can Google it. We can try to see.
What'd you say, Nikki?
I said, hey, Uncle Will. And also I was going to say, if it's a small rural area, I wonder how many like subcontractors they really need for that area. You know what I mean? You would think.
Look at this. FedEx Ground outsources 100% of their routes to independent contractors. That's true now. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, see,
Despite
Lauren,
FedEx insistence that thousands of their ground drivers are independent contractors, a federal appeal court had ruled that they're actually employees and entitled to compensation for the misclassification. So that's actually, I guess, up for debate.
People were dragging Lauren P., a reporter lady, for not retracting the rumors, but she didn't.
Wow.
And I don't think she did because she was actually out there, standing out there, and she knew that they were, the coroner was on his way. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knew.
Okay, so here's a breakdown. It says FedEx is made up of express, where drivers are employed by the company and the company supplies the trucks. So if he's FedEx Express, then he's an employee. But if he's FedEx Ground, on the ground side, you have CSPs, or contracted service providers. They own the trucks and routes, and the drivers work for the CSP, not FedEx Ground. Is one of the answers to that on Indeed.
Hey, hi.
Hey, Grandma Sherry, how are you?
I'm good.
Hey, Grandma Sherry.
Hey,
I changed my avatar. Hi, Nick.
Hey,
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, I just wanted to jump up here because I'm typing on my phone and my thumbs hurt.
Well, that's
I have
okay. Thank you
worked.
for hanging out. Who's got air though? Somebody's got air on the line, and it's like
I think it's Nick.
Me?
Yeah, I don't have air.
Maybe I lied.
Yeah, it sounds like it is because when I mute, it's gone. As soon as I mute you, it's gone.
What do you hear?
I mute, but wasn't me.
Do you have your air conditioning on, Nick?
Yeah, like air conditioning, a
Oh, I have
fan.
a window open. Let me see if this
noise.
works. Ready?
Ooh, Jill
Hold on.
just pointed out something that his last TikTok was in May and he was wearing the FedEx shirt in that video. So if he had the same route May, June, July, August, September, October, November, that's
December.
8 months.
Yeah.
So he could have stalked her
Yep.
Is that better? I closed my
if
window.
he was on the same route.
Yeah, it just sounds like there's air in the mic every time you unmute. You know what I mean? Like that's all
I
you
think
can
closing
hear.
the
That's
window
all.
helped.
Yeah, hopefully that'll help. If not, I'll
Ooh.
just mute it. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal.
So if he had the same route, that's more possible now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Wow.
true. No, I wanted to jump up here right quick because I used to work in insurance and I did litigation and general liability and all that stuff. So I just wanted to clear up some stuff. That girl's right. No financial responsibility means that he was driving around without auto insurance. And if you look at his prior records, everything was financial.
Yeah.
He didn't pay his auto insurance, he didn't pay his tolls, and he let his tags expire. So all that was, just financial stuff. It wasn't moving violations or anything that would exclude him from a background check to be a driver for, even a subcontractor with FedEx. But another question that's been going through chat right quick is, yes, FedEx can be charged too. And I know that because I've handled lots and lots of cases where the major cable people that we insured had a subcontractor do some work. So they go after the big money first, like FedEx, and then they'll go after the subcontractor too.
Oh,
So
wait,
they're
I see what
both-
you're saying, that like as in liability for having him out there where he could hurt her. Is that what you mean, Grandma Sherry?
Exactly. So
Oh,
they
okay.
actually become co-defendants.
But wouldn't that be a civil suit and not criminal, or no?
No, that would be a civil suit. Yeah. That
Yeah,
would be a
wrongful
civil
death would be
suit.
civil. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he has no priors, so there's nothing for them to.
I'm
you know,
really creeped out since they said that. Since Jill pointed out that video was back in like May or whatever, and that he was wearing his FedEx uniform then.
Yeah, it said 511 right on the top of the screen.
Yeah, so that's more than fucking seasonal. And if they own their routes,
but you could actually flip it, and it could be 11/5, which would be November 5th.
Yeah, but we're not in Great Britain.
The 5th of it. Well, I'm just saying, it could be, up on the TikTok. I'll go look. Let me go look. Hold on.
I'm just saying that would mean, okay, because they said that the girl was there, that Athena had gone to her father's for the fall semester of school, correct?
Yes.
So she's been
Which
there
would
since
make sense.
September.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been there in May.
It would be the end of August. No, that doesn't matter. It would be August, September, October, November, 4 months that
Well,
she
yeah,
was
it does
there.
matter. She wouldn't have been there in May.
Right. She would
But
have been
according to my theory,
theory,
he would have been driving from May until now. She would
Correct.
have been there for the last 4 months of that. So that's
Right,
still
but-
4 months in which he could have stalked her, whether
Correct.
she was
Yes.
there in May or not.
Yeah.
People in chat were
And-
wondering how long she had been at the stepdads or at the real
Right,
dads
but
and
it
stepmoms.
just still doesn't really, I don't know. Don't really, I mean, like I said, I think I guess my theory would be he took the opportunity, seen it and took it. There's somebody else in chat though that I just seen, and they said, don't take me wrong. And hold on. I want to see what she said. Hold on. I thought it's not Miss Curvy. I thought it was somebody else, but hold on real quick. Let me see. Okay. Let's see here. Personally, and please believe that I'm not being insensitive in the least, becoming a parent could have amplified his horrific urges. He doesn't need a past record to act on those thoughts.
Indeed.
True. Yes.
That's very true. Queen, I was just saying that if she was there for the last 4 months and he was
it would have been
indeed-
easy for him to stalk her for 4
Yeah,
months.
that's all I'm saying. it makes me think maybe still obviously a crime of opportunity because it presented himself, but maybe he had seen her before where previously I thought
Very
he
well, yeah,
probably
he very
hadn't.
well could have. You know, like walking home or you
Yeah,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
the
Like she took her
yeah.
school bus, and if he's out delivering on that route, who knows
Yeah,
how
that's
many
what I
times,
meant. That's
you
what
know?
I meant why it makes a difference because previously you and I,
I
whenever I
just
was
feel like he would, you know, he took the opportunity because who's to
yes.
say she wouldn't if they didn't have that fight and she
Yeah,
didn't go
oh,
walking outside,
1000%. There's no other
you
way the
know?
kid would have been out there. There's no way he could have set it up.
Yeah,
This was
that's what I mean.
definitely yeah, oh,
Because they said
1000%.
they don't know him. He's not a friend of the family. He's not a neighbor. He doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Yep.
It's very odd to me.
Yep.
That's what I was
And
asking earlier.
Well,
If that
but
was
when I
his
read a
number,
minute
right?
ago about FedEx Queen, I don't know if you heard it because I know you're digging too, but it said that the subcontractors own the vehicle and the route, and they work for what did they call it?
Oh wow.
CSP, not
Right.
FedEx. So if they own the truck and the route, then and he's been working there since May, then that would mean if he was on the same route and already owned that route, that he would have been seeing her since September
Yes, most drivers
or
run the
late
same route every
August
day.
because
Well, and to think
of
of
when
it,
our
we have the
school
same
start.
FedEx lady. We have the same lady. We've had the same lady like 5 years now, I guess. I mean, we've had the
Right?
same. She's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Ms. Curvy. Yes, FedEx can be held liable. You can sue for anything. If they
Yeah.
have a really good defense lawyer and they say, no, we vetted the subcontractors and they're supposed to vet their people, then FedEx can get out. But
Well, and Grandma,
honestly,
you mean on a civil level, not a criminal one, correct?
exactly, on a
So they
civil
may not
level.
understand that you don't mean criminally. So let's make, then
Yeah.
people sometimes people don't think about civil lawsuits when they talk.
Yeah, well, that's what everybody was saying, they should sue FedEx. Well, the state wouldn't sue FedEx. That would be the family
Yes, ma'am.
in
It
a,
would be
in
the
a civil
family.
suit for like a wrongful death or something. And to be honest with you, the deep pocket companies, they'll actually take a $50,000, $60,000 loss, which this would be worth much more than that. But it would be shared with the subcontracting company.
I just
A
don't
settlement
know
like
with
that.
him having such a clean record
Yes. That's what I'm
that
saying.
would fly. And I
No, it
I
does.
saw him
That
count
doesn't
too.
matter when it comes to it's called vicarious negligence. So
Yeah, but did they let
they'll
that fly in Texas? Because a lot of shit like that won't fly in Texas. Let me look it up.
yeah, it will. Yeah, look it up. But
Right.
the
I
the
agree,
thing
Grandma
is
Charity.
that because the prosecution or the family side would say that FedEx and this subcontracting company, CPS or whatever it is, had the legal responsibility to make sure that their people are sane and they're competent and all that. So it doesn't matter if he had a prior record or if he had driving violations or anything. They go really, really deep when it comes to things like that. And like I said, I know this because I've handled litigation on a bunch of them.
Well, I'm looking at this right here, and it says the word vicarious is used here to describe the fact that the liability imposed in indirect. Vicarious liability can arise in situations where one party is supposed to be responsible for and have control over a third party and is negligent in carrying out that responsibility and exercising that control. Vicarious liability is typically considered a tort, which is an act or inaction that results in another person's harm or injury. This is known as negligence. So I think the argument here is whether or not people think that it would fly and they would win. And that's a matter of opinion. So there's no point in fucking arguing it. But
yeah,
I don't think that they would be able to as successfully get much more than a funeral cost out of FedEx as they could maybe that third party company. But I still think with him having such a clean record and they don't go back 18 years on your social media when they're hiring you for a job, especially if it's on private. And I don't know.
That was my thought. Like, if he had, TV, all that kind of stuff, and they overlooked
They know
that.
he didn't even have arrests show
Right,
up. I
right.
mean,
Yeah, it's a
Grandma
crazy
Sherry
thing.
listed everything he had.
Technically, he didn't have any moving violations.
That's true too, Three Boy Mom. Big companies don't normally fight the most lawsuits, though they settle. That's true too.
Yep.
That's why I said that
That's
about
what I'm
funeral
saying.
costs, because a lot of the times right off the bat, they'll offer you like 15 grand to cover funerals and stuff.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I'm talking about, Grandma Sherry. You know.
Yes, I do. Yes, I
Yeah.
do. It's called a nuisance settlement
Mhm.
because a lot of people don't have the money that it takes to hire a lawyer and
Truly
take a
fight.
huge company
Yeah.
because honestly the deep pocket companies are going to try to motion it out, make the trial or the court system longer, so it could go 4, 5, 6 years in court before anything is settled.
Jill makes a
So
really good point, though.
what's that?
That very rarely happens like that here in Texas. Normally, the only people who do shit like that is people with a lot of money. It's just true.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
also has to do with how people are here.
because people who live on County Road don't have the money, and lawyers in a thing like this aren't going to just take a retainer and then wait for settlement like a personal injury lawyer would.
The separation of classes out there is so stark. You either have a ton of money or you are dirt poor. I mean,
Mhm.
dirt poor, or you've got,
Mhm.
more money than the entire town combined.
Really?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a big disparity between the two. It's
Basically, no middle class. It's either you're rich or
none.
poor.
No, yeah, pretty much, yeah. There may be very lower middle, but no,
In
not.
our town, it's the haves and the have-nots.
Yep, exactly. That's how it is out there too.
Yep. Yep. Well, that's what the liability insurance is for companies, for things like this. I mean, I've handled cases where somebody had SA'd someone
The
while on
funeral
the
homes
clock.
did stuff like that too. They always
Mhm.
had like the slightest complaint, and you can get thousands out of a funeral home just right there under the table.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
The
Yes.
slightest complaint. How can I fix this, ma'am? My boss would like to write you a check for $5,000. Will that fix it for you?
Yes,
And can I get
because
you to sign this paper saying that it fixed it for you, please? Just
a
not in those
release,
words.
exactly.
Yes.
Yes. Can you just sign this settlement agreement?
I just need you to sign this hold harmless agreement. And
Exactly. Yes.
I
Yes.
think out of
sorry the
pure
military
morals,
didn't show up to your graveside. What, Nick?
I think out of
Okay.
pure morals that they should be paying for not just a funeral, a lot of other, maybe sort of scholarship and that girl's name, something like that, just out of morals. I know they didn't know this was going to happen, but
Yeah.
I mean,
But they have the money to do it, and you're
Yeah.
saying it would be goodwill towards the community and the
Right.
situation on their behalf.
Exactly. I mean, to
Yes.
keep the PR for FedEx going good,
Mhm.
Definitely they might even do that, set up a scholarship or some sort of memorial fund.
Well, you guys, and how do we know that he hadn't harassed anybody at work? This is just me playing devil's advocate. What if there
Mhm.
had been little innuendos in the break room that people were uncomfortable with, but it wasn't enough to get him fired? That
I
would
agree.
definitely be a fucking liability, you guys.
Yes, exactly. And
There's
all of
so
those
many
kind of
layers to the
things,
onion. That was all alleged, you people in chat.
all alleged,
All
our
alleged,
opinion.
just playing the devil's advocate. But
Wild speculation Friday.
something that simple, though, could net them so much money.
And the thing is that stuff like that comes out in discovery
Indeed. Yes, ma'am, it does.
because yes, I am B. Tim's legal assistant.
And maybe he didn't just commit this
or
crime. Could
HR.
be more. Shall we agree there
Mhm.
could be more, because this is pretty aggressive for his first hit?
Exactly. And all of that stuff comes out in discovery
Yeah, it will.
because all of his coworkers, all of his friends, families, everybody's going to get a subpoena for a deposition.
Well, and as long as none of these dumbasses mess it up, everything in Texas is very much freedom of information right at your fingertips, unless these idiots do something fucking stupid and get it all sealed, which they will do.
Shell, he confessed, so I don't think you can't say he.
No. She's saying I think that there would be more previous crimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I read it that way
Yeah.
first time too. I had to read it twice.
Seemed that way because by the time the stepmom stopped looking and actually called 911,
Yeah.
Athena was probably already gone.
She was, because law enforcement is saying that they are thinking that she died shortly within an hour of disappearance, and stepmom called Ellie after searching for her for an hour.
Right.
And we don't know how long she had been missing before she went searching. So yeah, that
Well,
would
this
say
is what
she
it
was
says
already
here.
dead.
Athena got off her bus around 4:15 p.m. at her father's home. Her father wasn't present when Athena went missing and was on his way to a deer hunting trip. At some point, Athena's stepmom told police that she got into an argument with the little girl, which the sheriff said wasn't unusual. The stepmother went to make dinner, and then when she went to find Athena, she wasn't in the house. The sheriff said the stepmother called 911 at 6:40 yesterday. The sheriff said 5:40. That's when police searches began, along with EMS and volunteer firefighters. Search dogs were used Wednesday night, along with thermal imaging from the air with the help of helicopters and DPS, and nothing was found but wildlife. Investigators called off the search around 4:30 a.m. Thursday morning and then started again a few hours later. This time, roughly around 200 citizens joined as well in and combed over the area. Nothing was found at all on Thursday. Nothing has been found since. No evidence, no nothing. So this is before this happened earlier tonight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the sheriff says that RSOs have been interviewed within the area. Some search dogs found a scent that went around the house, but nothing outside of the perimeter. And the FBI in Texas, U.S. Marshals are all assisting. And that's pretty much what they have, you know. That's
Well, somebody in chat saying the 911 call is out and she was missing for 20 minutes. The stepmother herself said she looked for her for an hour. So how does that make sense?
Well,
And
I
I'd
mean,
like
she
to know
got
when.
off at 4:15, 4:30ish. You know, they could have had an argument. She went to cook dinner at 4:30ish. You know, 4:30 to 5:30ish, somewhere in there. You
Either
know,
way,
which
the
would
kid
be
was
an hour.
probably already dead by the time she called.
It's
Yeah.
not the 911 call, it's the dispatch. It's the dispatch from the call center to the actual field units.
Yes, which is much different than a 911 call.
So, you know, they could say, oh, you know, stepmother called in, little girl's been missing for about 20 minutes. Or they could say something like, mom went out for a run or a walk.
I just
See
feel
what I'm
like somebody
saying?
punched me in the stomach with this shit. This is just the worst
Yeah.
possible scenario.
I'd like to know when that package was dropped off, because I think that's a big reason why he confessed, is because they were going to find out that he dropped that package off. You know what I mean?
Thank you,
Well, the
Jill.
digital scan would tell them immediately.
Queen, look at what I just sent you, baby. Jill just sent that to me and I forwarded it to you. Look.
Maybe that's where he.
Yeah, do you want to play? I was going to say, you can play it if you want to.
Oh,
Let me see what it is.
I go and jump down, y'all. Thank you.
Thanks, Grandma Sherry. It was good to talk to you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you. Good night.
So it says in a WFAA article that Tanner Lynn Horner confessed to police to abducting and killing Athena Wednesday afternoon, Aiken said.
Queen, that's a 37-minute long dispatch video on Plunder. So if people want to listen to that, they should probably catch it from the description or the comments after the stream. That's long as hell, and I don't know what all's in it. I'll have to look at it.
Was it? You said.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the entire video is that long, but I don't think the dispatch call is that long. Ain't no way.
Oh, no way. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, ain't no way.
Let me skip
I'll
around
find
for
out
a
how
second.
long it is. Give me a second and I'll play it.
Okay, babe. Yeah, let her kind of pre-screen.
I really think the time he dropped that off, maybe he dropped that package off. If it was before,
I would like to know too, Nick. I would like to know too. I think that that's a very key piece of information.
Think about it. She would have been making a lot of ruckus.
Maybe, yeah.
And it would have been difficult to, like, how are you going to...
Monica said she just heard it. It's really short. Okay.
It's hard to hear too.
It is. That's why I said if that's 37 minutes of that, my God. Yes, please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you, Uncle Will.
Oh, I didn't even do that yet. What an asshole. That's the first thing I do when I come in. And I didn't read the freaking title tonight. Actually, I did. I saw a press conference for Athena Stern, and I didn't read the rest.
That is true, Miss Curvy. Not if he had been grooming her. You are correct. And now that we know that, or noticed that, you know, he had been with them for that long.
It's a very, very big, good
It's
possibility.
possible, yeah. Way more possible than not.
Well, we also don't know how much Dad had her over summer vacation.
Well, they said she was there for the fall semester at least, and so that determined that she would have been there for about 4 months now. 3 to
Right,
4
but even if, like, what if during summer break, Dad had her every other weekend or 2 weeks out of the month?
With Mom being an hour and well, okay, standard visitation is that you would get her 30 days out of the summer.
Well, I mean,
and
that's
first,
point.
third, and fifth weekend. But
Okay,
they
well-
live an hour and a half or 2 hours apart because she's in Oklahoma. So maybe they did every other week over summer. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You never know what that was. So, I mean, technically, he could have been grooming her for months.
You never
Or even
know.
a
But
couple
you would
weeks.
think,
You know what I
would
mean?
think, oh, yeah, indeed. A couple of weeks is long enough.
Yep.
And we know they were around in the same area maybe for at least, 2-3 months, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, it's not far-fetched at all.
Mm-mm.
I was listening, guys. That's one thing that kind of freaked me out. FedEx drivers usually run the same route every day.
Well,
right?
and that thing I read, the reason they do that, the thing I read is that they fucking own that route.
Yep.
That too. Yep.
Which
Especially
would
if
make
you're-
sense that as a contract driver, why you would want to own your route, because how else would you be guaranteed to make your money if some motherfucker can just come on your route?
Exactly. He
So,
was
I mean, that
subcontracted
totally
for
makes
that route.
sense. That makes me so sick to my stomach. I fucking hate people, man.
I can't believe, since being on YouTube, the amount of tragedies I've come across with you guys. It's
Oh, it
I
never
never
ends,
knew.
dude. It never ends. It's not just
They
you.
just get worse every time.
Yeah, they
just
do.
get worse.
They do.
And there's people right now on there still because a lot of people were dogging the mother. You know what I mean?
There's still people dogging the fucking mom. They were trying to do it in this chat here. If I see it again, I'm timing out. I don't care.
Fuck to the no. That's not
Saying
even
that the mom is negligent, not FedEx. You guys, when you live on a dirt road, you're
TFO.
not worried about the FedEx guy. It's just what it is. And it doesn't
know-
make her a bad mother, for fuck's
Yeah,
sake. She didn't
y'all
even
worried
know the
about
kid
your
left the
mailman?
house.
Y'all worried about your mailman? You
And
might
Right?
be.
Let's
You
be
side-eyeing
real.
the mailman?
We want our kids to be playing. I can't obviously, but kids to be out playing more and not being on the video console and stuff like that. So it's, how could that be on the? I don't hear that shit.
It may seem weird, Becca, but allegedly, the mother may be suffering health issues, so it may not be conventional to have a child switch during the middle of a school year, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to fucking do. That's cool, Uncle Will, that they bid on him. That makes sense.
They bid. There, yep. But boom. He could have took a cheaper price to get that route or whatever it is.
Well, just Jill, I felt like it was weird because changing schools from state to state in the middle of a year, you don't know what one school taught and what the other one didn't. So for me, it seemed unconventional, but sometimes life requires that.
Yeah, you can't judge anything like that.
Which one's their driveway, Queen?
Oh, this is the. Oh my gosh. This is the map.
I don't know. So I just typed in the address. This is what it pulled up. So I was trying to look to see.
3573. It's showing in the middle of the damn road.
Yeah, right there.
There's a good bit of trees right there.
That's the one. But so, and this kind of looks like a similar to the, like, you know what I mean, little shed, but it could be over here too. I don't know.
Well, that to me, the first one you were pointing at to me looks like a trailer or a barn.
Well, they were living in the building behind it. They said they weren't living in the building in the front. They were living in the building.
There is
the
a
back.
tiny building next to the one that you put your thing on. Isn't that a building right there?
Right there, right?
Yep, that tiny ass building right there.
And this would be the abandoned one with the house here. I think I got it still on here. It's the long one with the long driveway is what they're saying. But
I really think considering what happened to this little girl, you guys in chat that are so quick to point your finger at this You just never know what tomorrow brings, and you sure are putting some bad fucking karma on yourself.
And there's a lot of foliage around all those houses.
Their
She
baby
gets
is fucking dead, man. Have a heart. I ain't seen it in a minute, so nobody think I'm pointing fingers at you. I'm just saying, period. You guys should really think before you speak. What if this was your daughter or your niece or somebody? Would you want people talking shit?
Oh.
The autopsy's not even done and y'all already talking shit. It's disgusting. Exactly. Nobody should be blamed but the killer.
I saw people tonight still discussing the KR case, saying it was 100%. You know what I mean? It's crazy. 100%.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. I don't get
Yes,
it.
stepmoms are real moms too. But nothing takes the place of your blood mommy unless they have to, like it's a bonus mom. I just can't with people that are just like, kids can slip away just when you try to go to the bathroom by yourself, damn.
Well, look what happened to Michael Vaughn.
Indeed.
Changing a diaper. Mom was at work.
That's so sad. He was so cute.
And again, another situation like this, right time, right place.
Miss Kirby, blood moms can be worse than stepmoms, and grandmas can be worse than them, and the next door neighbor can be worse than all of them combined, blah, 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 blah. Nothing is going to replace somebody's bio mom, whether they're a monster or not.
Before the news, it's eerie how close to the monkey case it really was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really eerie.
Hey, Nick.
Yes.
You want to see what I got today as a present?
Did you get $20 for those trucks?
I didn't get 20 for it, but I got close.
Holy shit, I've seen one of those before a long ass time ago. That's cool.
What is it?
It's a coffee mug with a built-in fucking pipe, man.
Oh, that's what that was.
I don't want to it's a coffee cup.
It's got a tobacco pipe.
It just has a funny shaped handle to it. Come on, that girl. Don't get us in trouble.
It looks
That was
like
a
a
tobacco.
tobacco
It's an
pipe
awesome
to me.
tobacco.
Yeah.
I don't trust me. We talk about that over
Where I
there.
live, as long as you specify tobacco, it's not illegal.
Right. I use CBD, but it says enjoy your morning. A great way to start your day.
That's hilarious. I know a few old men hippies that would love one of those.
That was my Christmas present from the
Yes,
customer.
Coco. Yes, people need to understand country life is a different way of life, usually more easygoing and a simple life. Not bad, just different than upper class neighborhoods. Yes, very much so.
Have you talked to Sweet Tea to anybody? Is she doing okay today?
Yeah, she was live earlier.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's all right. I don't think it's like an actual water pipe. I think that the handle is just a tobacco pipe, right? Voices?
Correct. It's just a tobacco pipe.
Yeah, it doesn't
That's
like
what it's called.
filter through the coffee. That would be so
Oh
gross.
my god, could you imagine? Oh my god.
Well, my mom, when my mom's old school, and she used to use an apple, right? And she used to, after she smoked her tobacco, she would eat the apple.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so easily grossed out, especially right now. My stomach is so turned by this.
It's like a brand new apple, so it's not like it's old or anything like that. But yeah.
Stick that in your cob pipe and smoke it, Grandma. Damn peppermint.
I just giggled when that was I got ready to walk out the door and they handed me Mason's dog biscuits and then she's like, hey, I got a Christmas present for you.
Pecan pie, they said that it didn't meet all the criteria for an Amber Alert, but that they did it due to the circumstances. They were just desperately trying to find her. It did not meet the criteria, so it is interesting that they did that because it doesn't normally happen. But I think not using the Amber Alert in other cases has backfired on them too. But they said they didn't do it sooner because of what they had said about the child wandering off before, which I don't think was actually true.
And it wouldn't have mattered, to be quite frank, because of the timing, they're saying, right? I mean,
Well, and normally for an Amber Alert to be issued, there has to be a suspect vehicle involved.
oh, wow, I did not know that.
I don't think so, Small Wildflowers, not according to what they said to the public. But maybe. Maybe they had a suspicion, Small Wildflowers.
Well, it says that he on the WFAA article,
Yes,
which
ma'am.
is the local news from there. This was sent to me
Yes,
by my
ma'am.
mod, Liz and Drew. And it says that the body of 7-year-old Athena Strand has been found in Wise County. Wise County Sheriff Lane Aiken said, press conference Friday night, Tanner Horner, 31, confessed to abducting and killing Athena Wednesday night. So
Mhm.
meaning Wednesday night, he confessed to abducting and killing her. So the same night. Why did it take so long to find her then? I don't.
On
Maybe it was
Wednesday
still
night.
verified. That's what it says. That he confessed on Wednesday night.
Maybe that's a typo.
Maybe it's not to be interpreted that way. Maybe it means that when he confessed
He
to doing it
confessed to
on
doing it
Wednesday.
on Wednesday night. Yes,
That's
ma'am. That's
okay.
poorly written. That's fucking
Okay.
poorly written.
Sorry.
Okay, good. No, you're good.
Yeah, I was having
No, you're
troubles
good.
with that one. I'm going like, what the fuck? Then why did it take him so long to find her?
It was just fucking poorly written.
I agree. And I do agree that he took her on Wednesday and he harmed her on Wednesday. Because they
Well,
said
they're
that
saying they thought that she would have
within
been
an
dead
hour.
within an hour. Yeah.
So about the time Mom would have been calling her for supper. Can you imagine what that
MAGA
stepmother's
stuff like
gonna
this
go through?
doesn't happen out there as often. Like, the population in that town is like, what is it, like 500 fucking people or something? Let me look.
Yeah, it's tiny.
It's tiny, tiny. So it
North
probably
Texas.
truly is the worst child case he's ever been involved in, man.
That wouldn't surprise me.
It's just not. That's what I'm saying. People are like, well, she shouldn't have let her out front. Well, yeah, people move out there so they can fucking let their kids out front.
Truth.
And predators know that. So every now and then
Exactly.
they snag one. But I mean, it's just not that.
Well, she's 7. I mean, fuck, they live out in the country. She got into a fight with her mom. She walked outside. I mean, it's kind of like I said, with the same with Summer, you know, like she went outside. When she got up early or whatever, she would go outside and swing on her swing and shit. And her and her brothers would go out and play. You know, like it happens. They live out in the country. What, you don't think anything's going to happen out in the country? You know what I mean? You really don't.
I used to get up on Saturdays, like was the only time that my dad would sleep in. And so like I get up and I go out and I do chores when I like 6, 7, 8 years old, go out and do chores in my pajamas. You know, I mean, you don't even think about it when you live in the country because people respect out there.
This is where she was found.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
And I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but to the left of this car, doesn't that look like a child there?
The kid standing
It
right
is.
there. Yeah, it is.
There's 2 of them.
I've got the local news pulled up and it's showing an aerial view of where they picked her up. Do you want me to share it?
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, baby. I just popped these up because these were on here.
Y'all
So
can see where the. Yeah, hold on. I'll put it back and you can pop it up whenever you want.
This is what I have. I have this one here that was sent to me, and then I have this one that's kind of close up from the other direction because you see the truck.
The local news that I like literally grew up watching these people. It's hilarious. It's weird watching them on this, but they put out this an hour ago, which is, you know, we had already been live for an hour and a half at that point. So it's a newer broadcast, but it had some aerial views. So I figured we could see them if y'all wanted to.
Breaking news after a massive search for a missing 7-year-old girl in Wise County. The Wise County Sheriff says she was found dead. The sheriff says a delivery driver abducted her, murdered her, and has now confessed.
Here for all North Texas. Fox 4 News starts now.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes. It appears a missing 7-year-old girl was murdered during a crime of opportunity. Athena Strand disappeared early Wednesday evening. The sheriff says her body was found today after evidence pointed to a delivery driver in the area Wednesday who the sheriff says kidnapped and killed her and confessed. Fox 4's Macy Jenkins has the breaking details out of Wise County. Macy.
Hi, Heather. Well, we got that news just after 10 o'clock tonight during a press conference with Sheriff Lane Aiken here in Wise County. He says that the body of 7-year-old Athena Strand was found earlier this afternoon. Now, the information about that suspect is that he is a 31-year-old FedEx driver named Tanner Lynn Horner. He confessed to abducting and killing the girl. Sheriff Aiken says earlier that her body was recovered about 3 hours ago. Take a listen to the press conference.
And continued good work by this investigative team, they were able to determine that the driver abducted Athena. And from the investigative standpoint, digitally as well as good old interviews, we think Athena died within just a very hour or so, the very hour or so after her departure from her home.
Now, just before 5 o'clock this evening, we came across a section of County Road 4599, just south of Highway 114. Now, this is about 7 miles away from the Strand home. We saw several law enforcement agencies, including Wise County Sheriff's Office and Texas DPS. They were combing through a heavily brushed and wooded area, even looking into the ditches on the side of the road. Sheriff Aiken says information from interviews initially led them to that area, but it turns out that information was incorrect as her body was recovered elsewhere. Now, acting FBI agent in charge, Jim Dwyer, says it was digital evidence that led them to that FedEx driver, but he would not give specific details about that evidence. And officials would not comment on whether or not Athena was sexually assaulted, only saying that may come out later in the investigation. Sheriff Aiken says at this time, in his time with both Wise County and the Texas Rangers, Athena's case has personally been one of the most challenging he has ever faced.
You know, it's one of the toughest investigations that I've been involved in because it's a child. And anytime there's a child that dies, it just hits you in your heart.
Now, earlier tonight in Lake Worth, Fort Worth police had set up roadblocks on Somerville Place Road. Aiken says this is where the suspect lives. They would not elaborate on whether or not any evidence was found at the home, but they did say that he lived there. Now, just to recap, we've been covering this story for a few days. The search for 7-year-old Athena started on Wednesday. Authorities say she got into an argument with her stepmother Wednesday afternoon, sometime after getting off of the school bus at 4:15. When the stepmom went to check on Athena around 5:15, she says the child was gone, and after searching for more than an hour, she called 911. The sheriff says Athena's father was driving to a hunting trip out of town. Her biological mother lives in Oklahoma and drove down later on when she found out what had happened. Authorities say Athena's family is understandably devastated after learning what happened to the girl a little over 48 hours ago. Again, that suspect name is Tanner Lynn Horner. He's a 31-year-old from Lake Worth, a FedEx driver. He is charged with capital murder and aggravated kidnapping. He is now behind bars in the Wise County Jail, and his bond has been set at $1.5 million. Heather, a very sad end to 2 days of searching for 7-year-old Athena Strand and a devastated family. But this is wrapped up here. I will send it back to you in the studio.
Oof. So he lived there too? He lived somewhat nearby.
Yeah, somewhat. Looks like it.
So it was definitely probably his
Air
route.
sound again, bud.
My what?
You have that air sound again. As soon as you unmuted, it just sounded like there was like air behind you. Like I don't know. It's very odd. Maybe it's just. Are you guys
sounds
hearing
like an air conditioner.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe it's just me. Maybe I need to turn, leave and come back. Maybe it's mine. But did
No,
you hear it
I
too?
don't think so. I think he's got like air circulating.
Do you hear it right now?
Okay.
Not as loudly, no, sir. I think that she's gonna ask that you sit in a sweat box of torture. No AC. No fans or AC, motherfucker.
Oh, my AC's off right now. I actually turned it off. I am sweating.
At least it's not your fish tank, because that makes me like feel like I have to tinkle when that's
My
just going
fish
on in the
died.
background forever.
Well,
Your fish died?
I got a bacteria in there. I got to clean
Oh
the tank out.
no. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know your damn fish died. Fuck.
I love fish, but they're just fish. This stuff going on right now is way more
Of
freaking.
course, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, that sucks.
So there's a person on Facebook that said 8 years ago. Yeah, you can see. I mean, she was very vocal about it.
Yeah, she's being vocal. I bet she's going to be screaming it from the rooftops now.
Well, you know what though, I gotta say, they kept just like there was a comment in the chat here, just a YouTuber says, I just have to say again, it's so great they let nothing leak, got an arrest, a confession, and everything without a peep. That is great. That's a great team, and that is true. That they didn't let anything leak, and then even when that news reporter tried to leak something, they were like, jumping down her. They were jumping her butt.
As they should, man. What the fuck? Quit stepping on the toes
And as
of
soon as
law
you called me, I was like, nope, it's a fucking rumor. Don't even go there. I'm not even trying to listen to it. I'm shampooing carpets.
That's why I was like, look, girl, I don't know what. Let's just see what happens, and then we'll go live.
Man, don't even. And part of me was mad too because I didn't want that to be the case. You know what I mean? Don't even tell me.
I could tell by how you snapped at me until I put that voice in your ear, and you were like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah, man, I didn't even want to hear. I was like, nope, it's rumor. It's fucking rumor. I don't even want to hear about
it.
it.
No, baby, they got her, and I played it for her, and she was just like, "Oh, fuck." Yeah, I could hear it hit you,
man. I was not.
I'm muted on my mic actually right now, so maybe it's someone else. Not my Bolo mic, but my actual mic, like my microphone.
Oh, yeah, like it's just feedback on your microphone, period.
When you just said that, my mic was muted because I've been muting my mic.
I know it was muted. I can tell when you muted because you stopped talking and it got quiet.
As soon as you unmute, it sounds like there's like a big block, like a block of
It sounds
air.
like this. It sounds as.
See, stop scratching yourself now.
You'll have to come back in and listen to it when we're done. Like when the live's over, come back in and listen to it.
Yeah, because I sit over here on mute because I'm over here tapping, and I know that Queen will yell. My thing, and she'll yell at me.
That's one thing I cannot stand is repetitive shit. You know,
and I get it. That's why
like a constant drip or a constant tap. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh god, it drives me nuts.
It's not that bad, Gen P, but Queen has like an audio thing. Like,
yeah, she don't like it. I get it.
Oh hell no, I don't. It irritates me really bad.
Yeah, it's beyond not liking it. Like it literally grates her.
I switched from a different communications. Hopefully, it's a little bit better now.
It sounds way better now. I think it was your other mic giving feedback, dude.
Oh, I know what it is now.
I can't even hear it now. Can't hear it at all.
No, it was the other mic giving feedback because it was like a hot mic kind of
So
sound.
yeah, I was gonna say, would you have two of them plugged in or something? I always know when there's something going on. I can always tell, like if Cap's got her fish tank on or her fan or something. I can always hear like Cap. Like
you know what it was?
YouTube etiquette. When you're not talking, you need to stay muted.
Yeah.
Something, a lot of people don't. They'll sit there, talk to their family, let their dogs bark. I'll start fucking muting people. I don't care.
I went from microphone to communications microphone, and I think the communication one was the one that's among communications right now. So I think
okay. Oh, that's pretty. I like that voices. I like the
iridescence. Fet's wife made some Christmas flags, so I'm exchanging a white and silver snowflake. I just haven't had a chance. I just got them cut. I came home and I recut a pile of female gnomes, pile of snowflakes, and a pile of trucks.
Could I make a suggestion that would require free work on your part, but it would be a goodwill gesture? They will, it'll be obvious what funeral home is going to take care of Athena, and you could mail the family one of your cardinals in care of that funeral home, and they'll hand it to her for you.
I will absolutely do that.
Or like one of your puppies, or just something like that. If you know.
I have cardinals to cut tomorrow. I've got to cut. So it's more than fine. I was going to go live and sit on my channel and cut paper tomorrow. So
you know what I mean, though? I think they would really like that.
if somebody would like to figure out a nice special message, if you email it to me, and we'll sign it from the Hive.
Oh, that's cool.
I
So,
think that
Oh, you know what? That just reminded me. Somebody did send me an email message, and they heard me talking on one of my lives about the angel tree. And instead of donating to like creators or any, you know what I mean, GoFundMe,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of thing. I said, you know, go donate or go to the angel tree or something, buy something for one of the angels on the tree.
Yeah.
She messaged me, and I'll put a screenshot up or whatever. But she's like, you really encouraged me to go get, you know, buy some, you know, get some angels, some gifts and stuff off the angel tree. I was like, that's so cool, you know.
What's an angel tree? I hate to sound stupid here.
It's just a big Christmas tree that's like at Walmart or different stores that they have like name tags and stuff on them that have like kids that don't get Christmas very often, or they get like very minimal.
Oh,
right.
So so you can go, like, there's like local places where you can go and put your kids or your names or whatever on these lists, and they will put an angel. So if you have 3 kids and you can, you know, usually you don't have the money, you're working a full-time job, whatever, you have 3 or 4 kids and you can only afford a couple things, you know, you would go put them on that tree, and they excuse me, they hang the angels up on the Christmas tree. When you walk into Walmart, you grab one of those angels and you can go shopping for some items on that list, so
That's
that they
cool.
can get their Christmas, you know what I mean? So that they have
Yep.
a good Christmas, or they can get a few things that their mom usually can't buy for them from like Santa Claus or something, you know, whatever you celebrate, however you celebrate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
These are the cardinals she was talking about.
And also, you guys, a lot of the local shelters and food banks are running very, very low because of the cost of food these days. So
Yeah.
if you want to just donate food to one of your local food banks, they need it so bad. And that'll help families get Christmas dinners and stuff.
Like, I don't go to Goodwill anymore.
They're so like, food is so expensive that toys, there's, I mean, everything, and like it's inflation is crazy right now. So, you know, there's a lot of people who are working their fucking asses off and still can't make ends meet, let alone holidays. You know what I mean? So,
Girl, pasta sauce is $9.29 a jar here.
Not if you go to Costco.
That's crazy as hell.
Okay, but that's 300 miles.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're gonna save some. Yeah, you might as well pay that $9, or you're gonna pay that in gas getting there back.
Well, but you get like 4 jars for like $12 and it's organic, so she could pile up.
I'm aware. I do my once a month big.
I know you
guys
do,
know
girl.
when I do my. But yeah, I about fell
Yeah,
over.
a gallon of milk here is like $6. Shit, I just paid $5.44 for 12 eggs.
Yep.
Yes,
That's what I was gonna ask.
girl.
Oh, did you guys know?
I told my niece, I was like, you better start bringing me some fucking eggs from your little chickens over there.
Girl, I almost fainted when Costco was out of eggs because I can get the good eggs there, 2 dozen for like $5.20, but they were out the last 2 times and I had to buy them
You
at
know
Kroger.
why?
Yeah, you better
I was
start bringing
pissed.
down some damn fucking little eggs there, ma'am.
You know why?
Huh?
Because there was a egg producer in Nebraska that had to terminate its entire flock due to avian flu.
Oh, fuck.
It was an entire flock, so egg shortages are going to get even worse.
So that's why.
And you need to be, if you are a backyard bird, if you've got your own chickens and stuff, you need to be watching your county's livestock board or like the brand inspector type website, because you need to be watching to find out if there's an avian flu, because one version of it, you have to destroy the flock. There's no way about it. You have to destroy
It's
the
like
flock.
that one disease that the cattle get and they have to put them all down.
Brucellosis.
I thought it
Mad cow?
Mad cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brucellosis in buffalo, chronic wasting disease in deer, and yeah, it's bad. But there was just a plant shut down and they had to terminate the entire flock.
Queen, I'm forwarding some messages to you. Please
Okay.
go look. This is I haven't read them all, but these were sent to me for you. I can guarantee it because everybody knows
I've
I
said
ain't
beef
going
jerky
live.
was like $9 2 months ago. Now it's 18.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, we went out to the Red Robins And I had not been since like before COVID. And I got the fish and chips and it was like $9.99 last time I got it. When we went last week, it was $18.99 a plate.
You know what? It's not just the food. It's the cooks. It's cooks are a shortage big time everywhere right now.
I was just so shocked. They still gave us the same amount of food, thank God. So it's not because a lot of places are upping the prices and downing the portions.
Correct.
So I was just like, oh my God, this is twice as fucking much as it was. That is a horrible nightmare, Lilith. My parents are probably thinking the same thing.
My grandmother, I'm not going to lie to you, my grandmother is like, well, honey, this is just what it was like when I was a teenager.
Back in the day.
And
Yep.
I just looked at her and I giggled and I said, well, the only thing I might be able to, you can email me. It's voice for the voiceless, WI at
You heard
Gmail.
her voice.
Voice.
It took me like 3 tries to send her
I'm
an
so
email.
sorry.
It's okay. It was me. I'm going to type it in chat for them. I kept messing it up because my damn dyslexia.
And that's part of like
WY, right?
Yep.
At
For Wyoming.
Gmail.
At
Okay.
Gmail. Thank you, that girl.
I think I did it correctly. Double check me and I'll take it out of chat if it's wrong.
I'm waiting to see it pop up.
Yeah, Monica, the Costco prices have gone up too, but it's still cheaper than the other grocery stores.
You got it right.
You know? Okay, cool. Yay, I did it. I'll probably never forget it again now. Oh, and I did email you back.
Awesome.
Go check real fast.
We all can't be as fortunate as I'll just call her go lightly in buying those fancy eggs that she buys because it's a
Dude,
cool
I
pack.
got Eggland's Best for $3.89. You bet your ass I took the Eggland's Best over the store brand that were like $6.
Chaotic, yes, that is her email. Yes. Sorry, I should have specified. I thought, I guess I don't know. Y'all know me.
I saw some other stuff tonight.
My brain do be different. Please forgive me, child.
I've been sleuthing around. I'm trying to figure out what it was.
Oh, if you pray or meditate or whatever it is that you do, send some thoughts, whatever you have, to this family. I cannot even imagine. It just keeps kind of hitting me in the gut again and again. So I can't even imagine the screams of intense pain going on in those people's hearts right now. Such a beautiful child, just gone in the blink of an eye. It's fucking tragic, man.
I was talking to Cappy the other day, and I'm like, this YouTube. She's like, yeah, I've been on YouTube for a while now. It starts to make you jaded a little bit. It's really crazy. I had never had in a million years knew this many children went missing. I don't know if it's more in the last couple of years or this is how it's been, but it's absolutely mind-boggling.
Yeah. It's awful. I have got some stuff to do before I go to bed, so I'm going to jump down, you guys. Thanks for the conversation. And
it's getting late.
And again, you guys just put out some positive thoughts for this family and all those detectives that they make all the right moves so this motherfucker can die where he belongs.
I can do 2. I was actually thinking of sending like 6 so that Athena had her own flock of cardinals.
Oh, then they could share them like with mom, dad, grandparents and
Whoever,
stuff.
to
Yeah.
her family.
That would be really, really kind of you. It really would be.
You know what? I can totally dedicate tomorrow to cutting cardinals for Athena's family. It's super easy, and that's a really good give back for us, you guys.
Well, anytime somebody wants to bless the family with a card or anything like that, you can always send it to the funeral home and you put the deceased name on it and then you put in care of like the C/O, and the funeral home's name, and the funeral director will make sure that the family gets it. So,
all right. So, it's not a problem. If anybody hears of the funeral director of the funeral home, will you please send me shoot me a quick email. And absolutely.
As soon as it's announced, if I don't already know them, because, hello local,
right.
and that's what I do, I'll call and ask for you. No problem at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Because
I don't mind doing that at all.
like I said, I'll start cutting tomorrow, and I mean, it doesn't take anything to cut them. So
Yeah.
we'll get them right. We'll get them going right to her.
God, I just can't with this. I hate people, you guys. I fucking hate people.
I know.
But I love you guys, so I just... God rest the dead. I'll talk to y'all soon.
I gotta jump down too. I gotta do a UFC stream tomorrow, 7 hours. Might get some rest. Need some chicken fingers.
Well,
So
get some rest, buddy.
Thank you guys for having me on. Everybody in chat, love y'all. Love y'all on panel. One love, love life. Bye, guys.
Bye. We'll talk to you later, honey.
Ladies.
Well, Queen, that's been a sad outcome.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. It's been terrible. That's just awful, man.
I know. And it just seems to get worse. Not a lot more to say, I don't think.
No, I got some messages, the screenshots or whatever from the girlfriend, but I guess it was just like them kind of going back and forth, really. I mean,
well, and we can't say that she would have known it,
this is the one that he RAP, you know what I mean? I guess it's not the girlfriend. I guess I can't say that. You know what I mean?
It would have been he perpetrated a crime against.
Yes, she was saying that. Yeah.
Ew. He seems like a slimy Slimerton.
Yeah,
he's probably in the best place. And you know what? We all know that when they get convicted or whatever, once they go into the correctional system, life is very hard for them in there.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, yes.
They have to stay in PC and yeah. As it should be. It's still better than what they deserve. Anything else? Otherwise, I think I'm gonna off too.
I think I'm gonna shut it down, and you guys, I guess have a good night. There really ain't a whole lot left to say. I mean,
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's late. It's 1:25 here, and I'm tired. So,
hey, you have a great night.
We'll pop on tomorrow or something and hang out for a little while.
All right, we'll see you around.
All right, baby. Good night. Good night, you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Wasn't really the ending we were hoping for, but hug your littles and have a good sleep. Hopefully we'll be on here tomorrow, depending on how things are going. I love y'all. Good night.
I've been on my own for 3 weeks now. I've been drinking every single bottle, Jim Beam down. You say I'm crazy, but I think you're just mad. You say I'm wild. What's so bad about that? Baby, we were good, like white wine going down. But only the whiskey can save me now. Only the whiskey can save me now. drinking down, drowning a heartache since you walked out. Only the whiskey can save me now. Only the whiskey can save me now. Even the preacher, he says he can't help me. I've been singing praise the Lord, hallelujah, but it don't set me free. You say I'm crazy, but I think you're just mad. You say I'm wild, but what's so bad about that? I've been seeing old lovers, but they can't keep the memories out. Oh, only the whiskey can save me now. Only the whiskey can save me now. Only the whiskey can save me now. Oh, I walk a straight line, but it only brings me down. There's love in that bottle that I'm drinking down, drowning a heartache since you walked out. Only the whiskey can save me now. Only the whiskey can save me now.